Sure. Yeah, in fact, we're actually live and y'all are talking over me. Take your time. It's whatever. We get that is our intro. I actually I actually I actually do have a jingle that's being made for us, kind of like the things. Yeah. Um yeah, I'm very excited for it too. But now I'm going to change it and be like I need it to sound like Enterprise, but not Enterprise. See, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Welcome to the Lore Reloaded channel, where we're supposed to be playing a Star Trek. I don't even know what the hell it's called again. Star Trek Adventures game. I don't know. I'm just here for whatever. It's been a long road getting from here to there. Yeah. All right. Let me know how the... Oh, they can't hear you. Hold on. They couldn't hear you anyway. There we go. They can hear you now.
Oh, we've been muted this whole time.
Yeah, I've been
I will touch this guy.
That's probably a
You're
good
not
thing.
going to
Let's
hold
be
me
honest.
down no more.
Oh, God.
All right, guys. So let me know how the sound goes. It should be fine now, in theory. We're about to get started. Just so you guys know, there's going to be a lot of lore coming out, specifically on all of the characters that you see here, as well as the ship. We're going to have the actual ship itself displayed. I got models being made and everything like that. If you have any suggestions for those playing, feel free to include it. And if for any reason you see we're doing something wrong, feel free to let us know, but let us know in the best way possible, because if you're a jerk, we're just going to be a jerk back. And with that out of the way, I think we're going to get into it. I'm sorry I interrupted somebody, though. Somebody was talking about Discovery or something. Or
Don't start. Don't start.
Katwalski being paid off. All right, guys.
I'm not being paid off. I'm being paid regularly. So put that on your clip show.
Last time.
Oh, dear God.
There's going to be like a highlights version. It's just going to be him saying that.
That's how it's
the
going to
whole-
start. We got him, you guys. We got him.
Well, I have faith.
Oh, my
Hard.
God.
Hard.
Last time.
I'm just going to...
Last time, I'm gonna mute you guys back and then just talk. Take this
No
off
way.
so I can't hear you. Last time on Behind the Lines, I can't talk, man. I don't have any drinks either. This is gonna be fantastic.
too
Just wonderful.
professional.
Man, we're what Shield of Eternity or whatever the hell the Geeks and Sundry did. We're just like them. All right, here we go. Last time on Behind the Lines. After securing a secret stealth ship designed by Starfleet Intelligence, the most questionable crew Starfleet has made their way to Deep Space Nine. After receiving a shipment of biomimetic gel and discovering deeply rooted racism within the Bajoran security force, the ship set out for the Gamma Quadrant. Again, while on their way towards a designated meeting for trade, the crew receives an emergency SOS from a destroyed colony known as New Bajor. They continue on their way, but do send out a probe. The probe detected a Federation power source at the colony, and they haven't done anything about that just yet. The crew of the SS Bad Faith, probably the most corrupt officers that exist in Starfleet, are able to make the trade of biomimetic gel with the Dominion client state partner that they had. They also received a weapon that was designed for the Dominion so that Starfleet Intelligence can study it. While about to conclude the trade, a Jem'Hadar attack ship is detected on long-range sensors, setting a direct course for them. The crew now has a choice. Activate Black Alert and allow the ship to transform and thus be seen to either escape or defeat the Jem'Hadar ship, but this again would require them disabling the sensors or destroying the freighter, or they could try to hide or let the Jem'Hadar ship get in range and stay in freighter form. So as you guys are sitting on the bridge, the red alert klaxons, which every freighter has and doesn't look weird at all, are blaring. You see the Jem'Hadar ship on sensors. It doesn't appear that the vessel has completely identified you guys yet. However, even with it on the far edges of your sensors, you do receive, there is an incoming message from it. And that's where we start our wonderful adventure for today.
All right. My first move as the Denobulan character of this
Can I shoot him really quick?
is
Just at the
immediately
very
just
beginning.
to just
Just like stand up from from your console and just shoot him and then sit
Yeah,
back down.
literally just get
We
up,
all-
turn around. We
we
got this,
all
guys.
knew
It's
it was
okay.
necessary.
It's okay.
So rude.
Nobody
Victory is now assured.
nobody questioned it. It's like, you know what, this was right. That was
Yeah, no, that felt good.
that felt good.
The hail is coming from the freighter. You said I forgot. If it was the
No,
freighter.
it's coming from
No,
the
it's from
Jem'Hadar
the
ship.
Doom ship. I'm
The
sorry to
Doom
ask.
ship is that
What is affected? It's a Jem'Hadar attack ship. I hate to ask this, but how good is this ship? Like very roughly. You don't have to give me exact stats, but how good is this ship? Because we should know this.
This is
out of this Doom mode in freighter mode.
Oh, the freighter mode? No, it's just a freighter. It's got warp 5 at best. The way it's set up, it has the two different modes kind of work like an Intrepid class. In theory, the Intrepid was supposed to have 2 warp cores, or at least that's the rumor. The freighter has a freighter mode, so anyone that looks at it and how it operates is just like a freighter. You got warp 5 at best. It doesn't really have all that good armaments, and it has phasers, but they aren't worth anything. When you go into beast mode, it goes up to warp 9, I believe. I'd have to take a look. It can easily outrun the attack ship, though. It has armor and the shielding of an Akira class. Shielding doesn't matter at this point. You know that. But it has the armaments of an Akira class.
I probably should alert the captain that we're getting a hail. Would be my guess. So
Yeah, that would be important, probably.
yeah, Captain, we're getting a hail from the Jem'Hadar ship.
All right. He says, okay, put it on speakers.
Putting it on speakers. And I push the buttons.
Okay. A smooth, silky voice, clearly feminine,
crap.
speaks through it, and it says, "Unidentified vessels, you are in violation of the Dominion's Sovereign Diplomacy Act. Power down your engines and prepare to be boarded. If you acquiesce, you will not be harmed. Obedience is life."
Doesn't sound so bad.
And then it cuts
Yeah,
off.
that sounds great.
Well,
Is
shields
anyone else
down,
attracted to the voice?
Well,
I think
Just silently raise my
Not-
hand
not
up there at the
that
con.
Captain sits back and says, "I think we can all
Ever
agree.
mated with
Everyone,
a Jem'Hadar before.
I think we can all agree we want to sleep with whoever is on the other side of that
Fair enough.
but I don't think that they are interested in having such dalliances with us.
I'm gonna
Dalliances.
swivel in the chair, Tom Paris style. Turn to look at the captain and be like, "Sir, I can't remember your name, sir."
Captain,
Now, hang on. I have
whatever.
notes over here. I've been keeping. No, I don't have his. I have your guys' names. I have dates on exactly when Vera and I actually went to the academy, and
Oh,
when we
that's
joined
good.
Starfleet. I've got all sorts of, but I don't know the name of the captain. Anyway,
If it
so
makes you feel
Captain
better.
Porthos. Captain Porthos.
No, if
Captain
it makes
Porthos.
you if it makes you feel better, I don't remember my name either. Give me a quick second.
Captain Porthos.
Captain Porthos.
That's not my name. No, thank
It
you.
is, and that's what we're calling you, Porthos.
Well,
So
only under
you
certain
keep a dog
circumstances.
mouth.
Okay. Anyway, I'll look that up, but you can say Captain. That'll work.
Captain
Arturus. There it is.
What was it? Arturus?
Arturus. Yes.
Okay, Captain Arturus. I'm gonna write that down.
Captain Arcturus.
The name is.
I was actually
sounds
thinking
Arcturus.
Arcturus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. First
Yeah.
officer name is
Captain Mensk. No. So, how important is it, sir, that I can't think of their name, the alien freighter that doesn't find out about the existence of this ship?
Captain pauses a moment. He says, "It's not them I'm necessarily worried about. It's if the Dominion gets a hold of the information that they might have and then realizes that Starfleet has been working on a stealth ship that has the ability to look like a freighter."
See, my point, Captain, if you forgive me for quickly tactically analyzing here, is that I see no win here without going into beast mode and probably having to deal with the aftermath of telling the freighter that we exist.
He pauses a moment. He says, "Is there any way to disable their sensors and then maybe we can run for it?"
I look at Vera.
I mean, I can make an attempt. I can definitely try and override their systems. Or
Okay, so
scan
you want to try to hack into their systems, or what do you want to try to do exactly?
Yeah, I think we should try to hack into their systems if we wanted to go that route.
Do you think you could get their shields down too while you're at it? I just mentioned casually.
I like look over at you and like, got you, without anyone noticing.
Sure would hate a breach to happen in the warp core.
Look, I am legitimately not trying to kill them, but I can't. In all sincerity, all jokes aside, they have a lot of dangerous crap, which frankly is unacceptable, especially since we don't even know what they're using it for or what we got from it. Like, remember, we're in the dark on this still.
Yes, and we want to make sure that we don't let the captain know that we're doing it either.
I'm going to chime in and I'm going to ask the captain, how important is it that the Jem'Hadar don't find out or capture our vessel?
He glances at you. He says, critical. Again, the Jem'Hadar or Dominion realizing that we have the ability to stealth ships and make them look like freighters would probably be a very negative thing if they were aware of it.
Also, you'd probably get killed in a Dominion camp. On top of that.
Well, I think that the logical conclusion would be to blow up the ship. We'll blow up our ship.
Okay, that's better than what I originally thought you were about.
That's
to
what I
say.
thought too.
Yeah.
As many ships as we can blow up, it's really all good, you know.
Or another good conclusion would be to disable the other freighter and let them stay there to die as we escape.
You mean kind of like disabling the sensors that I'm having our science officer look into right now?
Not disable the sensors. I mean,
It's okay. He catches up eventually. It's fine.
Give him time.
You gotta give them.
Engines. I want to take out the engines. I want them to die and get caught.
He says this in character on the bridge.
This is in character. I want them to
I
die.
want to die
Who's
horribly.
Dr.
Time
Mengs?
to escape.
Yeah, who's the one that
Dr. Mengele?
Oh
Our
God!
priority
Yeah.
is safeguard this ship and its mission, not these.
Doctor, if I can save lives,
Unadulterated.
Doctor, I'm going to try to save as many lives as I can before I look at other options like that. He looks over to Jesse's character.
Sir, I can go ahead and
Do it.
begin to hack their systems. All right, I'm going to do that.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to roll control plus. I'm going to let you choose. You can choose control or insight plus engineering.
It's
let's
worth
do-
noting that a tactical task is to assist, which I'd like to do
Cool.
to help you with this.
I'm going to do insight and engineering.
So hold on. How are you walk me through how you're doing this real quick?
Her or me?
I am, or
Yeah, are you hacking into the computer? Are you like sending a little SOS? Are you trying to like use telepathy to take over the engineer? What exactly? How
because
exactly?
yeah, Trill totally got that down.
Dude, apparently, changelings.
Our
do.
Trill?
No, changelings do. I was surprised the hell out of me. So if Trill had it, I wouldn't be surprised either. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you doing?
No, I'm going to try and hack into their computer and pull down their shields.
Okay. If you're going to, how are you doing it though? Are you accessing the computer? Are you trying to do it through the computer? Are you trying to do the shield specifically? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I'm going to try and hack into their computer and then sort of route through engineering to try and take down the shields.
So
Because that's where I'll have more understanding.
all right, let's do control engineering. Make sure you don't have any focuses. Control or insight, whichever one is higher.
Insight will be
Plus
better.
engineering, and then
I
make
do
sure.
have infiltration focus. I don't know if that counts for tech stuff.
I'll let it happen.
Okay.
You before you roll, you get to choose. No, I think maybe it's your discipline. So, what's your discipline? 3?
For engineering, yes. 3.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 or less counts as 2 successes at this point. So,
Okay.
all right. The reason why I'm asking is because the ship is actually going to assist you if I can find the ship itself, and then we'll also roll your assistance as well. So first you roll, Jesse, for me.
Okay, going, and I got a critical failure
Okay.
and a success. That is not 2 successes; it's just 1.
Okay.
But a critical,
That's
but a
fine.
critical failure.
That's fine. Lore, go ahead.
So what I was thinking, and I know you're going to hate me for this, but I like to think of things in an in-character perspective. So my first thought in distracting them from their computer situations is really low-yield phaser shot on the freighter.
Okay.
Now hear me out.
Yes,
No intent to
yes.
do damage whatsoever.
Sure.
The whole point is to just, oh my God, and then everyone on the bridge is going to be like, what the heck? They're firing at us. What's going on? And they won't be looking at their panel while she's hacking in, right? That's the idea here.
Sure.
If you need me to calibrate that shot, I can calibrate.
No,
it.
that's okay. It's okay. I think I can aim to do no
It's his-
damage.
It's his one job. Let
me
him
roll. Let me roll the ship first, because the ship's going to be
So
assisting.
that's going to be control security for me.
Computers,
Can I?
engineering, 11. You still want the
Can I
ship? Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I believe one of my values, or what was it, talents, lets me re-roll the science if I wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not.
Believe.
I'm not going to count that as a science though, unless you can give me a really good explanation to why that is a
Oh
science.
no, you're right. It wasn't science. Yeah, you're correct. Sorry, my bad.
Do you still want the ship to roll for you too? Ship to roll as well to help you out?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I should hit R. There we go. And one success. So that's 2 right now. Are you attempting an aid, or are you just attempting a separate action on your own, Lore?
I suppose that's kind of up to you as the GM, because I
Yeah,
already told you exactly what I'm doing.
I feel like that's a separate action, which is fine. I'm just confirming.
2 successes, by the way.
2 successes? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it was a low yield. You're not attempting to hide the
The,
fact
the,
that you
the
just
goal is to
fired.
do no damage, just to startle them, basically. You know,
Okay.
except from a spaceship perspective.
All right. So the captain comes on the screen, and he looks at you. He begins talking. He says, "Wow, that So first off, we had 1 success, 3, 4. Let me get this done first. So you have 2 momentum. I say that because you're going to need them in just a second. So here, I'm going to put them over here at the very edge. You guys have 2 momentum. The captain comes on, and he actually begins talking to you. He says, maybe if you'll, and this happens too late after you guys have started. He says, maybe perhaps we can talk to the Dominion and see if we can talk them down. As he begins going through that, in the back, you hear someone say, "Sir, it looks like they're attempting to hack into our systems." At the same time, the ship is fired upon. On the bright side, you are able to access their computer. Both captains of both ships seem extremely surprised at the events that are occurring right now. Yeah, so Captain Arturus stands up. He's like, "What the hell's going on, Cito?" You're in the computer system, though. What would you like to do?
So I can go. Well, I'm trying to debate. Do we want to take off the sensors or take out the shields? Is that something?
I mean, both is ideal, but sensors is the higher priority.
I'm going to go ahead and recommend again that we just disable their engines and leave them to die. But just another recommendation on my part. I will simply stay behind the captain's chair and continue to
My character
watch.
doesn't even hear you. I've just totally blocked you out at this point.
Seems to me like I'm talking to an empty room.
It could be.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna go for. Can I go for both the sensors and the shields, or do I have to pick just one?
You only get 1 on this one. I'll let you re-roll if you want to try for another one.
Then I'll go for just the sensors.
Okay. Sensors. You actually hear, "Sir, they've deactivated our sensors," and then he shuts off the screen.
V-screen.
Yeah. They are powering up their
I'm sure
weapons.
they didn't notice.
They are powering up their weapons, and their shields are now fully activated. Without sensors, it's going to be a little tough, but it looks like they're raring up for a fight. So, Captain looks at you. Cito, is there any reason we just fired on a freighter?
I mean, if you want me to go through the whole detail right now, I can, but I think we're in a bit of a rush at the moment.
Okay, so with their sensors deactivated at this point, because the Jem'Hadar are getting closer, he says, "I think we probably should withdraw." He pauses a moment. He says, he looks up. He says, "Computer, activate black alert." So at first, the computer gives a error, the standard error message or whatever that it does for Starfleet, a Starfleet error from the computer, and then a red button starts a red and green button start flashing in front of you, Cito. Cito, I'm starting to call you Lore. So now you know the green button goes into beast mode and the other one does not.
What does the red button do?
Probably explodes the ship. You should hit it to see what happens.
Don't let me know that button.
Just hit F5 really quick. Okay, here. Bam!
Yeah, the autosave. That just
While
appears
all
up
this
in
is going on, can I also attempt to try and take down their shields as well again?
Why the hell not? Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to do this like without anyone noticing.
Well, yeah, like most of the attention is probably on me, especially since the captain just reprimanded me, which was part of the reason I was trying to drive the captain's attention to me. So I think she should get like some kind of.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here without saying anything, just
Okay.
messing with my console.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
rolling
think
again.
about these things.
2 successes actually, and actually 3 because I got rolled a 1.
Okay. Yeah. Shields go down. You get 1 momentum, but
Someone needs to beam those things over here right now.
Yeah,
Can't be me. I'm busy. I've got the captain's.
I
eye.
know.
You'll
Can I
have to
use the
lower-
momentum to try and take the transporters, or do I have to wait?
you'll
mean,
have
the
to,
good doctor
you'll have
could,
to
too,
take
if
the
you can.
shields down. You'll have to take the shields down on the ship without them realize on the SS Bad Faith on the ship you're on. You'll have to take those shields
gotcha.
down. You'll have to use the transporters, and then you'll have to bring it over. So you got to do. This is multiple things that you'll have to
Steps.
do, and they're going to get consecutively harder, especially if you're trying to hide them.
Gotcha.
So you're welcome to do it. You have momentum, but
Let's say we do. I think we should go for it. I really do.
I turn to the doctor and say, I think Phlox has something to teach us about this incident. Just to distract the captain. Just tell us a long story.
You know, being surrounded by the Jem'Hadar reminds me of the time that Dr. Phlox and the brave, intrepid crew
Lieutenant Cito, hit the button.
So
As this chaos is going, hopefully.
okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. So it's on me first, right? I'm at shields.
Yeah, you're gonna go
so I got to get the shields
Yeah,
down.
that's true. That's you.
So I actually have. No, that's not gonna work. Damn, I have infiltration and espionage, but I do not have hide.
Espionage is like hiding.
I mean, I'm kind of espionaging my own ship. Does that count?
What is it? Give it to me again.
I'm trying to turn off the shields. Without,
I understand, but what were you trying to justify to me?
I'm not. Ignore
Espionage? Is what
It's not going to work. I'm BS. I'm trying to. Here, hang on. I'll
That's
send you gummy bears if you let me succeed at this role.
That's a part of the game. The part of the game is literally BSing your way on why your focus works. That literally is part
No, it does. I don't agree. As a GM, I don't agree. So I should just get a roll here. So I'm going to.
Since you're
try
running
to-
the game, I guess you're the one in charge of it. So.
It is. See, that's how this works. Now that's crap. I get 1 success on that one for. Actually, I suppose. Quick question: do you want me to roll twice?
What are you attempting to do? Lower the shields?
Turn off the shields. Don't get noticed doing it.
Okay. So no, you'd get 1 roll for that.
1 success then.
You do have momentum.
I use the momentum to slug the captain.
You guys might
God,
as
if we
well
could
do
just
that.
knock
You're
him
gonna end
out,
up-
this would really be a lot
This
easier.
isn't TOS era. Come on. Can't.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean,
Or
you
not
have
gonna-
momentum. There's a hypo spray with a doctor willing to use it.
I mean, it would make this a lot easier. I'm just saying, if the captain was just kind of,
You're it's the sleeping.
yeah, just
Like-
get the off button hyper spray. Get in
Yeah.
there.
If someone needs me to activate some kind of hypo spray, I certainly would.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
The captain looks around. He's like, "What did you just say?
I just jump up immediately. Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Are you doing that?"
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna accept the loss. I'm gonna take my medicine. So I get 1 success in not getting seen in doing this, and I use momentum to do better at that.
Okay. Well, you can roll.
It's-
Well, I mean,
Actually, no. I take that back. I do not use a momentum.
okay.
I'm sorry. They need that momentum more than I do. This is the first and easiest.
Well, if we want to get the, we could probably use it to, if we want to get that gel.
Yeah, which we do.
So I need to know right now: are you using the momentum or not? I don't care. I get paid the
No.
same. Okay. So the one of the ensigns that's working on the station as well looks up and says,
Phaser.
"Captain, the shields are." Bzzz.
No,
did he-
no.
Captain, the shields are lowering. Captain looks
I
over.
immediately
"What?"
step in and it's like, I'm not sure what's happening, Captain. It just appears like they went down. I could
using
tell you
some
no
kind of-
reason.
They're using some kind of quantum beam on us, sir. It must be Dominion tech.
You know, it's
crazy
a
stuff.
good thing that we even have shields. You know what didn't have shields?
I start up
on
immediately
Enterprise?
in like emergency mode. I'm getting it up. Just give me a few seconds, Captain,
Who's
and that's.
using the transport?
And in those few
Oh, their
seconds,
shields. Their shields are up. What are you doing about that?
I thought.
Oh, no,
I
you
already got the
deactivated
shields
them.
down.
yeah.
You're right.
They're
Sorry.
down. Yeah, they're
Okay.
down.
So
Yeah,
in
no,
these
we're-
few seconds, I'm gonna try and scan for the gel.
Yeah, we need-
I'm
to
doing
find
my
the gel,
best
we
to
need to bring
distract
it
everyone
over.
with an armored plating story.
This
from
is the most hellacious event any captain
Look, we just need.
ever go through.
I love
really,
how-
if the captain wasn't involved, this would be so much easier. It's
yeah,
so
we
sad.
just all the espionage just to avoid
I
this
mean-
one person.
Before they had Black Alert, they used to try to call it Reed Alert from the count of Lieutenant Malcolm Reed. It's also served with Dr. Flox and XO1. Maybe you've heard of it?
I hate all of you.
I don't think anyone's heard of Reed.
Who?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. That's, yeah.
Actually, I kind of
So
like him,
roll,
but Tucker, he's a lot better. at it.
Roll a control plus engineering for me.
Okay, one second.
Ooh. Oh, Jesse. Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she's probably scanning. You're probably beaming. I would imagine,
I was
You want me to beam?
unless she's gonna beam. I don't know.
I was just assuming she was going to try to do both. So
I mean, I guess she could
Yeah,
do
let's have her
both.
do
She's at the
both.
science
I'm
station.
Control
so-
plus engineering, you said?
yeah.
So that's 2 successes.
Okay. You successfully get back the biomimetic gel.
And I beamed it into sick bay. So
Okay.
So, like, do you give me like any sign?
I give you like a head nod. Like
I see the head nod, and I slam down the button, the green button, and get the shield right back up.
Destroying the console. You hit it so hard.
Oh crap!
just spocking it. Just
I didn't mean to. Leave me alone.
We should
Leave
do
me.
what we should do what Victor says and just kill the captain for safety reasons. All right.
I mean, it would work. I'm just saying.
As you hit the button, all of a sudden you see the Black Alert klaxons that were in Discovery begin going off. And
Black Alert.
the ship itself does exactly... it does similar to what you see when Voyager activated its special armor in the last season.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what raises up is looks like nodules themselves and being coming all around the ship. So the ship itself has this specialized shell that begins to manifest itself. Additionally, there are little slits, and coming out of those slits are the general phasers and phaser arrays that you normally see. So it kind of, again, it just looks like a freighter with specialized armor that can basically take out most planets. The consoles themselves move into a Starfleet type. They don't change, but the actual interfaces change to Starfleet. And now, effectively, as we've discussed, you're dealing with an Akira class ship with warp 9 point. I think it's like 7.6 or something like that.
want to go past 10. We don't need lizard babies.
Yeah. so
I mean, we could.
We
so
could.
the captain is confused.
Do we want to?
The captain is confused, pissed, but unfortunately not armed. So he looks at Cito and he says, "Get us out of here."
I'm already plotting a course now. I actually want to describe this to you in a weird way, so forgive me. Oh shoot! I think my sword is the only thing I have handy. Forgive me.
I can't wait to see what he's about to
So-
do.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
know.
exciting.
I mean, I
What I
have whatever
want-
the hell this thing is.
I'm trying. I'm not trying to show off. I swear. I just need something long and straight. Use my arm. I
Hey,
guess.
hey,
So
there we go.
We're over here, right?
Right.
The distress signal's down here. I want to do this, so we can then double back here to get to the
Okay.
distress signal. Make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
That's what I want.
All right.
You're just looking for a reason to bring out the sword.
I love that sword, but
No,
no,
it's great. It's great.
The problem is my back scratcher is what I usually use for this kind of thing. I have no idea where it is.
Check your back.
Ah!
So the ship slips into warp drive, and of course,
At full tilt, by the way. Warp
yeah.
9.
yeah, and gets the hell out of there, leaving a freighter to its unfortunate fate. The Jem'Hadar ship itself on sensors actually stops at the freighter and does not pursue you.
I hope they try and say like, "Oh, we'll trade you some gel to."
No, so this is, I'm actually going to turn to the captain and be like, all right, now that we have a moment, sir, please forgive me. The idea was that they can now say they were attacked by a rogue freighter, and they can now talk their way through the Jem'Hadar ship. They are now the victims of our aggression, and they're less likely to be attacked or boarded or killed or whatever by the Jem'Hadar. That was the intent.
So you think the
And
Jem'Hadar are going to take leniency that they were talking with a Federation freighter?
I think that regardless of the outcome of that freighter, I believe that our mission is still intact. So, fuck 'em.
What? As the great Phlox once said, "Fuck them."
Genocide Fox, as he's known.
That's true. That's true. He did literally do that.
Yeah.
It would have made Enterprise a much more intriguing show in its first few seasons.
Cancel that season 3.
Fuck them in the A.
Say that.
And he has to say it
I
with
mean,
his
isn't that
tone,
kind
you
of
know?
what Phlox argued for in that one episode with all the basically genociding the first
Yeah,
con?
the
Yeah,
evolution.
yeah, no, that's a thing. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to pause. So the captain responds. He says, do you think they're going to be nice with them talking to Federation? I was like, I pause and I say, sir, if you want us to turn around and destroy that Jem'Hadar ship, I am fully in favor.
He reaches up and he says, he's got the bridge of his nose and he shakes his head. I don't think we should risk it. I don't want to put the ship unnecessarily, but I do believe that we doomed those people to their fate. But there's not a lot that we can do about that now.
Well, you're just gonna have to live with that.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't say anything. I just look over like, damn, girl. Okay.
Yes, I feel confident we all will have to live with that. He gets
Well,
up
not
and he
all of
says,
us.
You're the captain.
Yes,
I have
all
no.
of us.
There's no
If
moral
I may
quandaries
say.
for me.
Cito, you have the con. He gets up and walks out.
The captain seems rather stressed. Perhaps he needs an allergesic cream, or perhaps.
Actually, the good Dr. Moga, if you could do me a favor and check sickbay to make sure supplies are intact, that would be fantastic, especially given what we just went through. Please and thank you.
Well, certainly, I'll go off and do that post haste.
As the person who is known for creating contagious diseases, biomimetic.
Oh, this will be
biomimetic gel
wonderful.
will be a-
I
What do you
can't
think I'm
wait.
doing down there? Nothing.
I'm not doing what?
Anyways, I'm out of here.
Not creating-
So he's
Oh.
okay. And just for the sake of my mental image, how many other people are on this bridge? You
there's
mentioned an
about-
ensign.
Yeah. So it's a normal bridge would have about, including you guys, there's about 4 or 5 people on the bridge.
Okay,
working
so
on
there's like
various-
2 other people, in other words.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Multiple will come in and out depending on job requirement and stuff like that. But yeah.
Whatever shift
So-
it is.
Yeah. So, all right, you have the con to do the course that you plotted.
No, I'm Cito Bragwin. Sorry.
Hey. It'll take about 3 hours to hit the threshold you wanted to go, and then to move down to go to the New Bajor. So you guys have a couple. You guys can choose to do some actions, or we can fast forward to that point. Well, let me ask you this.
Check.
Yeah, do you
Oh.
want to check on?
I would say we should maybe
doctor.
have a meeting down in sickbay and check on the gel,
Agreed.
like a
Agreed.
So
I'm
I've
gonna
already
ask
had
one
a-
of the ensigns to take the con and just keep
Yeah.
it steady while I get up to go do that.
Cool. All right, so you guys. Are gonna
Ensign
go.
Tyler 2F01, could you do me a favor and just maintain the con? Thank you.
Name's John Smith, sir. You know
Yeah,
what the
I
hell
have
was
a
the name I
name.
did?
I pull up my phaser and I aim it right at his face and I say, "Your name." Repeat it for me.
It's Tyler F17.
Very good.
You're saying I was cold. Damn.
Well,
Look.
I mean, that doesn't even surprise me. You guys are committing treason anyway, so it's like whatever. I don't do.
I mean, the problem is,
We're
I mean,
trying to do good.
we are literally trying to do good. This is a shady captain. Okay, all jokes aside, this is a shady captain doing shady business
Who has
in ways that are
done
very
nothing to
threatening.
justify
This
that
is
he's shady.
horrifying.
By the-
I
you
will
have
say,
not
I will
talked
say,
to
we
him.
keep saying he's a
There's-
shady
there is
captain.
no
We have the
justification.
doctor.
He
There's
acts
no-
like a
doctor
dog.
here.
Okay, he only wants cheese. He's sickly.
He's
Is
sick.
that your
He
fault?
wasn't sickly. at
Did
any-
you inject something? No, we're not
Oh,
at Porthos
no, I
level
didn't
yet.
inject anything. When we first
It's
met him,
Captain
his
is-
character description was lanky, thin,
That's true.
ill,
Yeah.
malnourished.
I didn't say malnourished. No.
That's what
Dog
that's my
face.
professional
That was-
doctor
As a
opinion.
doctor, as a doctor, he is certainly not healthy, and that obviously means that he is a Romulan traitor. I mean,
It makes perfect sense. I've seen
I'd say
Drumhead. I
pieces
know how
of
this
it.
works.
Yeah, we're talking about a full Porthos situation here. This is a full Porthos.
you're doing what you have to. You're the heroes.
It's well, we're not the heroes, but he's the villain, and we need to make sure that we take care
That's
of
very true. Yeah, we know who the real threat is.
him. Mhm.
Porthos.
All right, so you go down to.
Yeah, we go to that.
What are you doing with the body?
Is
By the
it
way,
all here? First question.
Well, yeah, it is. But before we do that, let
Can-
me do
can-
something real
can
quick.
I
Hold on.
s-
Let me do
Oh,
something
wait,
real
sorry.
quick with Katwalski. But hold that thought because let me
Yeah.
do a quick thing. So, Katwalski, as you walk in, there's actually 2 ensigns there.
Well,
No,
can I
there's-
have a?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jess.
Oh, no,
the
no,
web-
I'm-
It's being weird.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
She's lagging. That's
Oh,
all.
I'm gonna.
okay.
Yeah, you go. I'm gonna try and get to a better spot.
So, as you walk in, there's a lieutenant junior grade. No, there's not. There's an ensign, and then there's someone who is enlisted.
Okay.
Both female, both human. We're going to go with a brunette and a blonde. The blonde walks up to you and she says, "Sir, it looks like there was something transported into the medical bay."
Killer.
Okay.
Hypo spray. We haven't opened it yet, but it does look like there's some type of organic material inside. What would you like us to do with it?
Well, the first thing that I would ask you, Ensign, is did anyone ask you to even touch the crate to begin with? Or did I not recently become not the chief medical officer of this vessel?
She pauses a moment. She says, "Sir, of course no one gave us an order, but someone transported it here. Wouldn't you find that odd that it was transported in?"
The only thing that I find odd in this situation is your presumptions and forwardness. Shouldn't you be dealing with your other duties? I don't think it involves peering into the professional business of a medical doctor.
I mean, do you want to go, you denobulent son of a bitch? I can take you. No, she goes back.
Okay.
Wait, so we got a racist officer?
Yeah, there's so many racist
Some of my
people in this shit.
values.
All
We're
against
bad.
denobulans.
You
This
think
is why
we're
we don't
bad.
see any denobulans in the
doesn't-
21st
she
century.
doesn't
Just
say
all
that.
racist.
She doesn't
Man.
say that. She backs off and she seems pretty timid. She's like, "I'm sorry, sir. I was confused. I didn't know if you wanted us to do something with it." So she motions to the enlisted officer and turns around to go do something and stay out of your way.
That's all I say to that. But I want to then, after they leave, I want to then quickly take an inventory and to make sure that all of the gel is in fact there where you said it was. But I want
So yeah, there were 3 crates of the biomimetic gel. They had 10 crates, but only 3 of them were biomimetic. I went ahead and just gave it to you, Jesse. I didn't have you scan for it. So you got all 3 over, and that's all that you transported. They kept the Tullaberry wine, so basically you're heroes. You traded still.
Can I, while at the same time as Ketwalski's thing's going on, can I have a scene with Saito?
Sure. I don't mind.
So we're like in the turbo lift heading down or whatever.
Yeah. I say stop turbo lift.
I'm actually against the wall like this, like
The turbo lift stops, obviously.
So, Saito, we've I'm mildly suspicious of both the doctor and the captain.
you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems a little bit too Phlox happy, if you get my meaning. And I think she's losing connection again. It's flitzing out. There she goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I guess the real question is this something we need to prep for going forward? Because I mean, if I could, for the viewers and for the GM here, we've been intelligence officers together for years.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, we've
we've
known
got
each other
a
since at the academy.
yeah. So like this us being prepared to deal with other Starfleet officers who are not cool is something we're used to at this point. So the idea here is, yeah, I mean, we probably have some kind of backup plan. I'm going to call it Plan Carrot because carrots are awesome. I don't want a carrot. No. Do you want to use?
There's like
backup
some
plan?
inside joke where in the academy we did some bar stuff with carrots.
Mhm.
Yeah. No.
And it was like this Vulcan. He didn't understand what the point was. Anyway, so yeah, no. This. Do you think we should use the carrot backup plan with regards to the good doctor?
I think so. I think we should keep it in mind.
Yeah, I hate to. So what that means is from now on we're going to be armed at all times, pretty much. Like I've got a phaser in the holster right now. I assume she does as well.
I can probably swing it considering we're in Dominion space.
Yeah, I was
probably
going to
make it
say. I
make
mean, this
sense.
is kind of a dangerous, threatening scenario. We're going to what is probably a trap, so it's easy to kind of
For
justify.
right now,
I also want to ask, like, do you think we should start surveillance of the good doctor?
Yes. And actually, we should already have been doing that with the captain. It didn't even occur to
for
me.
right
Yeah.
now, for the
Also,
phasers,
Ketwalski, you're wonderful, and
the phasers for right now, I'm going to be okay with because I think you can make a justification. Once you get back into the Alpha Quadrant, you'll have to start burning momentum to keep
Yeah,
them.
that makes sense. I agree. Okay, so yeah, I pause for a moment. I'm thinking, do you think the good Dr. Moga's in on it?
I don't know. I can't. That's one of the things that I'm suspicious of. I don't know if he's just quirky or actually a genocidal maniac, or working for another group that is or has other intentions other than our own.
That's my biggest worry right there.
Yeah. He's not the good guys like us who fired on a freighter without.
We did no damage to that freighter. I mean, any damage we did to that freighter was done the moment the trade was initiated. That's on the captain, to be completely blunt. We fired on them to get away so that they would not be even worsened by our mere existence.
I'm just like, you don't have to justify it to me. I'm just hanging out. I understand.
I'm sorry. I paused for a second. It reminds me of my good old Section 31 days. That's a lie. That's not true.
Oh, I mean, like,
I would agree that's
31.
not true. I would agree that didn't.
what are you talking about?
You're with them too? Wait, what?
Oh God, you didn't tell me? No. So
Wait,
it'll be hysterical.
If anyone's Section 31, it's me.
I was gonna say, really? He's just
on the comm badge. That reminds me of a time the great Mr. Reed was.
God no. Okay, so I am gonna say one last thing, Vera. Excuse me. Oh God, this gamma quaternaire isn't good for me. When we get back, we need to get a hold of someone above the captain as quickly as possible. I'm thinking.
I can agree. Yeah.
Do you want to kind of do that quietly as soon as we go back through the wormhole?
Yeah. Once we get back in the Alpha Quadrant, I can try and surreptitious. I can't say words. I can try and do it.
Okay.
Words hard.
Words are great. This is why I'm a science officer.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go into science right there. I'd lose my words.
Well, it's okay. You do the shooty. I'll do the thinky.
I'm good at that. I actually do the finger gun motion. This is happening in lore.
Yeah, and I just go,
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the doors open and we're there.
Yeah.
So do you two need to get a room in character, or are we all?
No, God, no.
No, God.
Okay,
You're going to start making out.
I'm just asking. Because we can go back to Phlox and the
that's okay. That's okay.
No,
I think we're good.
Heading
Yeah,
to the sick bay.
We're best friends, nothing more.
We also constantly irritate each other with each other's conquests. So that's kind of a side thing.
I'm telling you, one of y'all is going to get with Phlox. Watch, it's going to happen.
My name is Moga.
Okay.
Right. Put some respect
I'm going to seduce
I
Moga. I'll
don't
get down there. Hey, doctor.
Fleet of a. Oh yes. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just hanging out here. Nothing missing in these crates. Don't check them. It's totally cool.
Your voice has
computer
changed.
sexy
Doctor.
lights.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh God.
That's
No,
why
we go into the sick bay. Did anything interrupt us to this path?
No, not at all.
Okay. We slam open the doors and tell the ensign, get out.
And the enlisted looks at me too. No, they both got out.
Okay, so they leave.
Yep.
Are they all there?
So the three of us are in sick bay together.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you're alone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I still believe that we should have probably just simply disabled that ship's engines, but well done, the both of you. I thought we got out of that rather well. And we've got back our gel of danger.
I glance at Vera in hopes that she'll get the idea that I want her to make sure all the gel's there.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I just go over to start scanning it. I'm just double checking and making sure all of it's accounted for.
I haven't taken any gel. So.
Okay. That was
Oh
gonna
no,
be my
I trust you.
question.
I'm just double checking because it's
I triple check just to make sure.
Taking the gel now would be too obvious.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, we're back on track here.
Yeah. So do you have some way to hide this to make it so the captains can see this?
Well, certainly I can definitely find a place for it to not be found under normal scans. However, there appears to be now 2 of our crew members that now know of its...
You're not killing the ensign and the enlisted men.
I didn't suggest that we kill them, but I do know of a certain serum from an Aragranian bat that will allow us to maybe purge some of their memories And if that doesn't work, then simply
Kill them.
airlock would probably do.
How much do they know? Do they know somebody was just teleported in, or?
The ensign decided to scan the crate, and she discovered that it was organic matter. I believe it to be only a matter of time before the captain goes full Porthos.
We could also split it up 3 ways, one for each of us.
What,
Yes, I like that.
is this the take?
I don't know. I'm trying
All right,
to,
you take your
I'm
third,
trying
I'll
to think
take
of a
your
way
third.
to get so that
We inevitably kill each other
allow me
to get a
remind
larger
you,
share.
This was after.
I'm
This was
trying
after
to get it
both
so
of them.
Mocha doesn't have all of it.
For the audience, just to remind you, this was after a scene where they were talking about how they couldn't trust the doctor.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just putting that out there on who's to be trusted with who.
Let's go. Okay, do you really think you can hit their short-term memories and nothing else?
I believe it's worth a try.
You know, when I first started this, I didn't think that you'd be operating on Starfleet officers in order to hide the fact.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go find. I'll go ahead and be the bad cop here. I'll get them, bring them back in. We need to bring them in. I'll
Stun
sell
them.
them some stupid story. I'm actually have my phaser on stun and ready to go. By the way, just in case.
Okay.
God,
we could pull rank and just say.
I was gonna pull rank. That was exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's just go and so like how far out to the corridor? Like we've only been talking for like a minute.
Yeah, but I mean, they headed off pretty quick. You can use the computer to find them.
Yeah, we could also call them back and just.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Ensign. What do we got here? Ensign
Jane Smith.
Jane Smith and Victor Snyder. Can I have you come back to the med bay, please?
You know, it took me a second to realize what you were doing with those names. I like that. Though. We need to start doing that. All right,
I do that on my stream all the time. So.
That's a good idea. I like the way you think. That's why you're more popular than me. All right, so
I am tiny compared to you.
They come back. They look pretty timid and they walk in there.
So I'm just gonna lay down like, listen, this is a secure operation. I don't want to alarm you. What we've just gone through is highly confidential. I just want to make
count
sure
on
that
us,
you are
sir.
fully aware that you're not going to tell anyone. Obviously, you can tell the captain. You can tell anyone else. And I'm saying that very deliberately because I want to see their reaction to me telling them that they can tell the captain.
That they can tell the captain?
Yeah, it's totally cool to tell the captain. Why wouldn't it be, right?
Well, I mean, they're like, you can, as they look at you, because again, these are technically Starfleet officers that worked in intelligence, so they nod their head. They said, "You can count on us, sir. We won't mention it."
Awesome, excellent. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for being so brusque. The Jem'Hadar never put me in a good mood. I do apologize.
As long as you don't stun us and take our memory away, it's all going to work out.
Question. How close am I to the two?
Oh no!
That's your choice. I assume you could be behind them.
I am directly behind both of them.
Oh no! So here's the door. He was right here, just waiting, and so we come in the doors, and then they're
How close am I? I was just saying, can I like put my hand on his hand and say like, no,
it's okay. It's okay. We're just talking. We're using our words right now. Okay.
At this point, because I don't think.
Actually, you know what?
I'll give you an insight. I'll give you an insight check, but I don't, since that's not something I think necessarily you would expect. I mean, it's completely within character, but I don't know that it would be something you expect. I'll give you an insight check to see insight plus.
Who's doing the insight?
Me, right?
I assume, Jesse, you're trying to stop him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an insight plus.
Enlisted man Victor apparently fires to kill as soon as he sees the good doctor.
Good work, Victor. It's a good try.
There we go.
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
By the way, I should mention, it just occurred to me, I should probably do like a command roll to convince these guys to shut up.
Give me
It's not insight plus anything, just insight.
Yeah. Give me
one success, one fail.
Give me a daring. One success, what?
One success, one fail.
Is that a critical failure?
No.
Okay. Give me a daring, you sexy piece of Ketwalski. There it is.
I was like, what?
Just daring.
I'm right back.
He does have very nice hair.
Just give me daring.
I had one success.
Okay. I'll wait for her to get back.
Apologies. Family dog was scratching at the door.
So I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but are you going to make me roll to convince these guys not to talk? Because I'd probably be presence command, I would say, and I
Yeah.
do have a persuasion focus.
While you're, I was gonna make you do. I still am, but let's resolve this real quick because it may not matter.
Dice there. Oh, jeez. Okay.
All right. So, are you gonna try to knock him out? Is that what you're doing?
Me?
Katwalski. Yes. The one.
Yes,
The
is
one-
the answer to this
Yeah,
question.
that is the answer to the
Like, I just go and punch Moga.
So,
No.
I mean, if I'm being honest. All
Do you,
right.
man? Play
Yes,
it again.
I'll just
I'm
try
not
to
gonna-
knock him out.
I'm not gonna let him kill you. Don't worry. I can't do it. Okay.
I'll just knock him out. I'm just gonna knock him out.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna melt them in this sick bay.
All right. So that's
Jesus.
that's a momentum.
Okay,
So.
I'll spend that.
Technically, everyone has to agree on it, but are you guys
Oh,
gonna
okay.
fight me at all? Are you gonna fight
It
him at
is.
all? No.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
fight it.
I think it's in character. So I mean, even if we could have a discussion on it, but I would probably give it to him just because I think it's in character. It's something he'd do. You know?
Yeah, I think if it's like a big battle. Sort
Why
of
are there
thing, you
cats
have to agree on it,
everywhere?
but-
There's that cat. There's that cat.
This isn't even the same cat that showed up earlier.
I know it's just cats. I don't
This
even
isn't
have
even
a cat.
my cat. I don't
Where's
even know.
does a Leafeon count? Here, I'll have a Leafeon show up on stream. Everyone's not
There it
alone.
is. Get out
I'm
of
back
here.
in my actual apartment. I'll have to get my cat to
Ow.
guest.
Give me a daring plus security, Katwalski.
Daring plus security.
Mhm.
Okay, stand by.
Why did I not name my cat Moress? Sorry, that's a completely different.
Gosh. Okay. One pass.
Okay.
One fail, not a critical failure.
Okay. That's all you needed though. So you come up and you hypospray both of them.
Yes.
At the last minute. I'm going to give him, you both tied. I'm going to give it to Katwalski on that. Jesse, just because I
it's
don't
fine.
think it's
It's more-
something you would expect. It's funnier that way too, but that's
Yeah,
not
it's
the
also,
reason.
it's
I
more
think
interesting. Yeah.
So they're like, yes, sir. I mean, I really was about to actually make you do a roll just to see how far it goes, but it really doesn't matter because they both slump to the ground, out like lights.
Rush forward to make sure they don't literally collapse and hurt something and break their nose.
Okay.
And get them. Okay, so where do you need them, Doctor? Doctor?
Are you going to
Oh,
operate
sorry.
on them and take away their memories?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you
are
need
we
them?
not-
For
Are we
now,
not
I think
upset-
we should just
upset about
simply
this?
place them on top of the crate, and I will hide both them and the crate securely until we decide what to do with the gel and our curious crewmates.
I thought you were going to knock out. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys got to role play that out. Sorry, go ahead.
This is
Yeah,
in
I-
character. I'm just staring at him like.
Oh, do you have a better idea where to store our now?
I was informed, perhaps misinformed, that you had the capacity to hit their short-term memory of the crusher maneuver.
Well, I may have exaggerated some aspects of that particular ailment, or I should say, rather.
Oh, what a surprise! Exaggerating stuff. Yes.
Well, you know who else used to exaggerate a few things? I believe it was the great Dr. Phlox. Although he and his, I guess you could say, ample reputation is not exaggerated in the slightest. He certainly helped found the Federation. And
There-
history
you want to give
books.
me a Moga? Give me a insight plus medicine roll.
Insight plus medicine.
Correct.
Oh, that's a big one. Okay,
I'm
here
not
we
sure
go.
Why we said that so vibrantly, but okay.
I'll do what I want. That is
Oh,
two
and
successes.
xenobiology. You can use xenobiology in it too.
I have xenobiology as well, but I have
I
two
know.
successes anyways. So
Okay. But do you have any that are under your discipline? So your medicine was a what?
my medicine is a 4.
Did you roll under a 4 on any of those?
No,
Okay. Because
that was a good roll.
You
So,
would have got 2 of them for it. So you got 2 successes.
Cool.
There are there are some procedures that you can try to erase their memories if you wanted to. I just looked it up. So you could, even though they're humans, you could technically still try that. You would know that if you wanted to. And you got your momentum back. Look at you.
Well, if the two of you insist that I attempt to remove their memories and you think that would be a better use of our time instead of simply airlocking them, I certainly can attempt it.
I think it's a much better use of our time.
I'm gonna wander over to the computer. Computer, where's the captain right now?
Captain Arturus is located in his quarters at the moment.
Computer, could you do me a favor and set an alert to tell me if the captain is on approach to corridor section 532, verse they, whatever, the place that leads to the sick bay.
I was about to mess with you and say error. There is no corridor 35.
I shoot the computer.
The computer beeps, giving an affirmative.
Thank you. Oh my god. Okay, now you realize now we have to come up with a reason for why we're operating on them, or we have to kill them.
No, we could probably just erase their memories and just.
Well, that's the idea, yes, but like we still have to hurry up. I turned to the doctor. I just hurry up.
Certainly, I will do my best. Okay, so I'm going to try to operate on them and try to remove their memories. I'm going to...
Short-term memories.
Oh, boy.
All right, so we're going to need a...
You did say, confirm with me out loud that it's just short-term memories.
Blood memory potion coming up.
Oh, my God.
All right, so we're going to do this individually.
I do like that this is preceded by us saying...
Oh no!
Ship.
No, we don't trust.
We don't trust
the
him.
ship.
Okay, now.
Now.
The ship is going to help you.
Unconsenting surgeries.
Is there anyone else on this ship who could do this? Real question.
There are a couple of doctors. Yeah, I mean he's the head doctor, but there may be other nurses that be able to assist.
That would require bringing another person.
I know. God, there's no end to this.
Here's what you do.
You know what? You pull. I know what I'm gonna do.
You pull a nurse in. You pull a nurse in at gunpoint, make them do it, and then I was kidding. And then you use the ability. Then you use that on her. At least the two will be fine.
Oh my god! At this point, I'm thinking I really should just be walking around like this on the ship, like, ma'am, I need you to come down to me with sick bay. Could you just join me very quick? No, no. Okay, so for real though, I'm just gonna rub the bridge of my nose and like.
Here we go. What do I got to roll? Give it to me.
Wait, real quick. I am actually doing something. I turn to Vera and I just kind of gesture at him. Like, you do have a phaser on you right now, right?
That.
GM?
Yeah, both of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of you guys do.
Just verifying. Yes, no.
Yeah. I mean, we said it earlier, so.
GM, does she have a phaser?
Yeah,
yes, no?
we've already said, yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll be right back, okay? And I go leave. I'm going to the captain's quarters.
Okay. So I'm just there watching the doctor.
All right, so we're gonna do.
Why am I the flocks now? What is happening?
We are going to do it with you first, Ketwalski.
All right.
All right. So I want you to give me either insight or reason, whichever is higher, plus medicine, and you can use xenobiology on it.
Stand by.
This is for the computer is going to help you as well. So
As I say, anything we can do to make this successful. I'm not there anymore, but
both passed.
okay. Are they under 4, which is what your medicine is?
No, neither one is.
Okay. Computer. Who wants to roll for the computer?
I'll do it.
Okay.
1 or 2 dice.
2d20.
So the total is going to be that's a 6 and a 2.
And the computer gives you. Give me a second. A 6 and a 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's a 6. That's 2 successes for the computer as well. So you guys get more momentum.
Not gonna lie, a little disappointed in that outcome, but
Oh my god! What would be, just for the curiosity, what would be a failure here?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh,
Tell us how. You can, but I mean, if Moga wants to send me a message that he's doing something else via Twitter. So that he doesn't have to say it out loud.
Hang on, let me pull up that Twitter date
Yeah,
here.
let me pull up his
Twitter really quick.
That's why I said DM if he wished to DM me. He's like, I'm just gonna
real Ketwalski for anybody else who wants to follow this guy.
really quick. The thing is this is one of those moments where like I want to have fun, but I feel like we're going way off script right now.
We're a little off script,
dude. You've
No,
been
I think
way off script for like ever. So don't even worry about it. Just do whatever you want. I didn't care. I wrote 3 pages of story.
I'm not doing anything different. I'm going to do what I said.
If you want to do
been a long road.
No.
No, it's okay. We'll just stick with what I said.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I don't care. The PvP aspect we may need to discuss, but beyond the PvP, I don't care. You guys,
Yeah.
you guys.
We'll just take over the ship and become pirates. Okay, actually, if I can break real quick, I'm very curious, GM.
Okay.
If we're not doing this, but if we wanted to defect to the Dominion, would you let us?
Yeah, I would. I'd let you try. That would change it drastically, but it's the
I was just
story.
curious.
The story would. Here's the thing: the story. The way I wrote the story is to work around the major events, and I tried to do it in a way where if you did stuff like this, I did because we've had this conversation. You're not the first to just say screw whatever the story is. Let's see what we can do. So
No, I've never GM professional before.
I'm used to people screwing with me, so it's okay. I'm good. I'm having fun. You guys do whatever you guys want to do. I don't care.
Please don't kill them. I mean, Moga, don't. I'm not there.
I won't kill them. I won't. You guys are taking all the fun.
I'm here, so I mean, I may not know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, but you don't know.
I literally told you
Hypo
to
spray.
watch him. If he screws up, you have my implicit permission to shoot him.
I don't need your permission to do anything, friend.
Fair.
No, it's
Fair.
okay.
No. That's like an in-character sort of style, but
Oh, okay.
No. We'll leave it that way. Because I want to see how this is going to unfold. Because, like you said at the beginning, real lore. I guess I don't know how to say it.
Just call me GM.
Cito is the character. You can say
GM,
Cito.
yeah,
It's cool.
GM. As you said at the beginning, like this is a very consequence-heavy game, and I want to see how the consequence of us wiping their memories works out.
Oh yeah, y'all are building up, man. I'm gonna have fun with
as
this.
opposed to
in the
killing them, because killing them I
Having
think
fun.
is going to be too much. I want to see what happens with their
I
memory.
mean, if we're killing them, we're officially mutinying, and we basically have to like kill everyone else on the ship and the captain, which I'm okay with. But it's gonna be hard to run the ship with 3 people.
but it's doable.
I mean, I've seen Star Trek 3.
That's right. Exactly.
And they didn't
So,
get the
yeah,
living
so we're
hell
just gonna-
bit out of them or anything. All right, go ahead.
We're just going to wipe their memories. That's it.
All right,
So,
do what you do. Roll it, 2d20.
okay.
Same roll.
There's a new Jumanji film.
you didn't know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Welcome to the here and now, buddy.
Dude, I lived
Man,
10 years ago. What are you talking about?
They have been pushing that. Did
Yes,
you roll
both.
it twice?
I'm doing great. Yeah. Well, you said the
Oh,
roll.
sorry.
You said roll
Sorry.
it again, right?
I said roll them once. I said just do the roll. Yeah.
I did. I just rolled it once.
Okay. It sounded like
Yeah.
you re-rolled it. I didn't. I wouldn't have
No,
gotten
that's me.
mad if you
I
did. Oh,
I hit the
there's
button.
multiple people rolling. Okay.
That
What'd
was
you
me.
get?
I hit
Sorry.
the
Yeah.
button.
No, I rolled it just the one time, and they were both passes.
Okay. Were they under 4 or anything like that?
Nope. I'm doing really good with the rolls right now. I'm on fire.
You're
You guys are
passing
lucky I'm
rolls.
not killing them because I would fucking totally be winning right now.
The whole ship is just like red alert,
Yeah, seriously.
infectious disease.
All right, we're gonna come back to that. What are you doing, Lore?
Delete.
What are you doing, Cito?
That's the meat. Am I muted? No. Okay.
No.
You know the little the sound that plays at the door. Delete.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Okay. You hear come.
I walk in, like stop right at the door, let it close behind me because the doors are psychic, and somehow know I'm not going back out. It's always
Okay.
bothered me. Hands behind my. I'm very very formal here.
I'm always gonna notice that now. I have never.
It does it
even-
constantly.
I'm always gonna notice.
It's
that now.
just it drives me nuts. Anyway, so hands by
You see the captain. He's got several pads in front of him, and he says, "What can I do for you, Lieutenant?"
permission to speak freely, sir.
He looks at you, pauses a moment, and then looks back. He says, "Granted."
What did we trade for? What, sir?
What did we trade for? He looks at you confused, if not frustrated. We traded Tulaberry wine for a Dominion weapon, in which we're going to return to Starfleet intelligence after we see if we can save people in New Bajor. Why?
I'd like to roll to see how much he's lying, basically.
Sure.
How much he's aware of his own lie.
Sure. That would be a.
Well, that's a good roll.
This is interesting. I'm curious to see if he knows. I'm sorry.
That's part of why I'm going. Yeah, that's part of where this whole thing is going.
That's also an interesting thing. I don't. His own lie. I have never subscribed. I don't think if you don't know you're telling something out, you don't know you're lying. In my
Exactly. That's exactly my
maybe lying
point.
to
Yeah.
the chest.
If he doesn't
Yeah,
know
you're
he's
not-
lying,
sure.
then
No,
he
that's.
will come across completely forthright.
And I'm not
Anyways,
saying it's you. It is. Well, what I wanted
Uh,
you to roll was a.
So I got an insight to what? I have persuasion too, if that helps.
See, now I'm going to
Wait.
make you use reason just to make you use it.
Got it. I'm gonna have reason.
Insight.
It's a
No,
success
insight
either way.
plus
No.
security. Insight
Oh,
plus security.
perfect. So yeah, that's 3 successes.
What are your focuses?
Teamwork, espionage, survival, infiltration, persuasion,
Okay.
and Cardassian.
You can't bank. By the way, you guys have maxed out on banking momentum.
Momentum.
I burn a momentum. I want 4 successes. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Then I guess you get that momentum back.
Yep. Exactly.
So, well, don't remember. There's a lot of things you can do with momentum too. So just remember that.
I need to keep that in mind. Yeah. I'm trying not to spend it all because I don't want to be the only one spending momentum.
Well, the common just to remind you guys, common uses: you can create an opportunity, create a problem, obtain more information, or create an advantage. So he looks up at you. And he looks kind of what? I'm sorry. He looks sincerely confused. He doesn't know.
So there's no hint of a lie. Either he is an amazing liar,
right,
or he doesn't know.
correct.
Crap. Okay, now I got to think about what.
Well, while you're thinking, can we cut back to
Yeah, cut back.
the sick bay?
I got to think
While
about
the
this.
doctor's doing his surgery thing, can I try to like go over to his console and try and clickety clack and infiltrate it?
The doctor's computer?
Yeah.
Clickety clack.
Very scientific, very professional.
It's very yep. Oh, yeah.
I mean, your codes would be able to access it. So
Well, yeah. Then I'm gonna try and access it and see if he has any
let me rephrase.
search through his messages.
What are you? Oh, you're trying to access.
Basically, I'm trying to see if he's got anything on the DL.
I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm gonna let you do that. I'm gonna say this. We're not gonna do too much PvP.
Gotcha.
I'm okay with that, but I am not prepared for players fighting players tonight. Is what I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, I don't
Same
think.
team, same team.
Gotcha.
I don't care if you kill all of the crew. It's just each other for the moment. So
Well, no, I'm trying to role play it where this is something
I
I
get
would
it.
do, but I mean, I'm fine with it being like it turns out like, oh, my suspicions are unfounded, or
Sure.
we work it out some other way.
I understand. I'm not against it. I'm just saying. I'm just setting that limitation for the moment, and then we can discuss it. So go ahead and give me a. That would be what I asked you to do last time, and I'm sure.
It was insight plus engineering, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Which let me check my values again. Okay, so that would
you
be
can spend momentum on it too, but if Kowalski wants to contend that, then we probably won't have it.
No, I'm gonna let it go. I'm busy.
yeah. I got 2 successes, and I'll spend a momentum on an extra one.
Okay, are you okay with that, Kowalski? Out of character, are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, you get access to anything that isn't secure, isn't classified. What doesn't have his own personal encryption on it, is what I'll say. Is there anything in there that would seem weird, Kowalski? Probably not.
I would say that the only thing that she finds is just hundreds of unauthorized messages between me and my 7 spouses.
Fucking hate every one of you guys. All right, we'll address that on the back end too.
That's the only thing she finds.
Actually,
and it's
wait.
all nothing. It's all like literally nothing.
Could I add something in there just for the hell of it? You should also have like a self-insert fanfic of yourself.
Oh yeah, that's
going
also,
back in time
that's all,
and
yeah,
grouping
that's
up with Phlox.
The Phlox.
You're like
The Phlox
historical
effect.
fanfic.
The Phlox effect. That's the name of it.
No, it's the Phlox effect. It's the Phlox Moga Adventures, Chapter 1, Volume 3.
I'm giving myself to threat just so everybody's aware.
I'm making
Same page.
a copy of that for later. That
fanfic?
specific story. The fanfic. Yeah, no, I'm transferring that to my console.
As soon as you walk into the holodeck, that's what's playing right there.
No.
Oh yeah, it's gonna.
There's
I'm
actually
gonna enjoy every
multiple
second.
Phloxes because
Gonna
multiple
get it.
dimensions, parallel rifts opened in the space quantum. Captain.
It's like the episode Parallels, but
You hear over the console, over the comm, it says, we'll be reaching New Bajor within 20 minutes.
I need to finish shooting. Talking with the captain quicker.
That's what I figure we're going at. So,
yeah, it cuts back to you.
What weapon
you
did
got a
we?
face.
Tell me everything. Tell me everything right now. Captain, what weapon did we procure for this cost?
He looks up. He says one of their Polaron beams. Unfortunately, as we've stated, they've been able to bypass the shielding. It's hopeful that once we get it to Starfleet intelligence, they'll find a way to prevent it from getting through our shields.
I nod thoughtfully, and that makes perfect sense. I'm a little surprised that they were capable, that they were willing to trade Tuliberry wine for what is effectively an illegal weapon like that. I'm curious how we negotiated that.
Yeah, he shakes his head. He says, I've had some reservations about that as well. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I do know that the Ferengi, as well as some form of Starfleet intelligence, higher than my pay grade, was able to procure it. I was surprised that it wasn't an infiltration job.
Excuse me.
Do it. Tell him. Tell him.
Yeah,
I'm so tempted. I don't want to do a unilateral decision, though.
I think you're tempted to shoot him. That's what I'm waiting for. Like I said,
I mean, I just
I
effectively
am armed, and he's sitting. I could
yes,
completely.
he's prone, but I'm still ready.
He's prone. I got this. You know, if I need to win this combat, it's over. Okay, so.
I mean, I just effectively discovered that the doctor's on the up and up, so.
Yeah.
Dramatically, it would make sense.
Except for he's been sending all kinds of messages uncoded or unencoded.
Oh no.
He has a family.
It's like, I was going to say, it's like finding out that someone secretly crosses the street, not at the crosswalk. Like that's the level we're at here.
Standard Phlox maneuver, Moga maneuver. Sorry.
No, I get it. You know, at Midway, the United States was sending all kinds of messages.
We get it. You saw the movie Midway. Thank you.
I did. It was good.
Yeah,
it was
we got it.
fantastic. And
Yeah.
you know what they didn't do? Send random messages home and give away their position. They didn't do that. Anyway, continue. I learned that from Midway.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I'm just waiting for 1917. So
A historical documentary.
Hey, someone actually, Tim Christ makes a good point. You should. The captain is obviously a spy because he brought up pay grade. They don't get paid.
Starfleet officers have money. We've been over this before. Starfleet officers have had money since Star Trek 3.
No, that's not true.
They didn't need money in TNG. That changed in TNG. I would agree, but later seasons TNG.
I can also point, if you want me to sit down and come up with the episodes in TNG where they use money, I can.
You can, and it'll be all season 2 and
That's
season
all.
1.
Yeah, I was going to see time in season 2.
And then season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, and the TNG movies all say they don't. Then we go into DS9, which say they don't which makes no
That's
sense.
not true. DS9 says they do and don't. I actually pointed out in a very early episode in season 1 where there are Starfleet officers gambling.
yeah, I was say they have to have some form of ability to get laughed.
Well, here's the interesting thing I think with that, and then we need to get back. I think that if you're on the Fringe or you're on an alien station, that you either get money from the Federation, because actually this was actually your thought. I got this from you, Lore, that that Starfleet keeps like just a big bucket or vault of money to deal with those that they don't have. And I think they might pay like on the Fringe because they know they have to deal with it or whatever.
I mean, it would make perfect sense. They're
I think
they're
that
basically
they
in an alien
currencies. I just don't think that Earth uses money.
area. Yeah, exactly. Like when you go to Earth, you don't need money for any reason. If you're on DS9, you do. And
Right.
Vault idea.
Because
Well, and
other races do use
like a
money.
stipend sort of.
I don't,
situation.
I don't completely agree with you, but I think I liked your nuanced explanation that it's kind of like when you start, it's like in Star Wars, you have the core where you have like Vulcan, Andoria, Earth, and they have all of the technologies and all of the replicators. But the further out you go in the Federation, the less the technology they have. So the more reliant on things, which is why you still have trading ships within the Federation.
I was going to say it would explain a whole lot of the trade stories.
And there's many episodes of Star Trek that are, I should say many, but there are episodes that are dedicated to the concept of certain colonies and outposts and cities only having like a functioning replicator, or they had one that broke and it doesn't work anymore, so they're doing different things. And yeah, I mean, because for the replicator you can just replicate any currency potentially. I mean, maybe not all of them, but yeah, I maybe that's why the Federation breaks up and Star Trek Discovery season 3. Boom, CBS plug.
So for those of you who are here for the game, screw you. We're debating the Trek universe.
Speaking of which, next Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be debating more Trek universe. If you want to join my stream for that.
Yeah, twitch.tv/The Lore Runner, right?
Yep, because they stole my freaking name.
Yep. All right. So what are you doing? You shooting the captain? You telling the captain?
I am
don't
flipping
care what
coin.
Okay. Heads, you shoot him. Tails, you don't.
Okay, that's funny because usually I say tails is the negative option and heads is the positive. And it came up tails, which would probably be shooting him, but no.
I mean, do it, man. I don't care. He's statted. We can have some fun with
I'm
this.
not going to shoot him.
Okay.
I'm going to
It's gonna
hesitate for a
happen.
moment. Sir, what do you know about biomimetic, Joe?
He pauses a second and sets down the pad and looks up. You, the lieutenant, Trill that wants to have sex with everyone. What's her name? What's your name, Jesse?
Vera.
Lieutenant.
I say this in character. Vera.
No, I didn't say that, obviously.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Captain.
No, I would
Captain
love.
Mex.
I would absolutely adore if that's the captain's opinion of my character.
Takus of Findlay.
He says, you, Lieutenant Vera's last name, Lieutenant Moga's last name.
I don't have a last name for Moga.
Okay, Lieutenant Moga then. Have been acting exceptionally odd and doing a lot of questionable decisions, including scanning me when we were at that colony and not thinking that I noticed. So my question for you is, why are you asking me about something that is highly regulated and outlawed unless under specific circumstances? I want to know what's going on now, Lieutenant.
No, in the interest of fast forwarding, because we're spending too much time on me and not the whole group, I'm going to open up to him.
Okay.
I'm going to tell him there's 3 cases of a lot of this stuff in the sick bay right now. We got it back. And I'm going to open them up at that too.
Yeah. And then he rushes in and you got Mocha just operating. He's not going to
Yeah, I was just saying,
No,
do we
that's
tell
not
him about
happening.
that?
I will cut him off if he tries to do that. I'm trying to keep him here.
Okay. So we will fast forward a little bit through that. He is caught off completely by surprise. He seems angered and doesn't realize what is going on. He gets hostile, but I'm going to
At
give
me
it to
or
you.
in general?
I'm going to give it to you instead of doing a roll. He's exceptionally hostile, but it's more at the situation and not realizing what's going on. You get another message that it's about 5 minutes until they get to New Bajor. Ketwalski, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that from what you can see, it looks like it was successful, but you won't know until they wake up.
Okay.
And
Hopefully they're not supposed to be on duty for New Bajor.
Yeah,
I was about to say, what's their current task?
I mean, you can look that up. They were on duty when you took them out, but now they're not.
They took themselves out by
They,
being.
they needed they were sick with the Fulcarian flu.
Well, I guess
And,
they were in the sick bay, so I guess Moga would be their
That's true.
exile or
They
whatever.
They came to me looking for a quick fix. They both weirdly had a numb tongue, so we fixed that.
They found out that they had narcolepsy. Apparently, it's when
It's a horrible
Just
disease.
everyone-
Usually it's
everyone's got
medicated,
it.
but they fell behind and Moga. I'm doing it in 2 now. Moga helped him out with this.
That's right.
Is that racist? Calling all Denobulans flocks?
No, it's his fault.
That's probably true. I'll take that on. I'll take that on myself. It's fine. I can only I can only not talk about flocks. So
I would just love the idea that the word flocks has become like some sort of racial slur.
Yeah, it's like
flocks.
knife ear, you know. It's
Yeah,
just,
that's it.
you freaking flocks.
freaking flocks. All right. Okay. So, at this point, I assume you're done. The captain looks at you, Lore or Cito, and he says, "We'll have to deal with this on the back end. There are people that may need us on New Bajor."
Agreed. Oh, by the way, part of my in-character spiel to him, because it's probably going to have come up, is it is my job as a security intelligence officer to look at everything regardless of my personal clearance. That's why I found out about this.
Okay. Well, he doesn't
want
even question that right now.
I just want that to be very clear that
Sure.
that's why this came up.
Okay. So, all right. So he rushes to the bridge. You, Moga and Jesse, your characters are called to the bridge as well.
Mhm.
And as you arrive, the captain sits down. He seems he seems pretty pissed off. He hits his console and he says, Lieutenant, what's the character's name? I guess I should look it up. I'm the GM.
Mine?
aren't I? Yeah.
Mine?
Lieutenant Razix. Scan the planet. Let me know what's going on.
Okay, I go ahead and do that. So what should I do?
You should roll a insight plus science.
Okay.
By the way, I know this is the worst time to ask that, but do we still have the tracking on the 3 crates?
Yeah. But you beamed them over, so it's just with you.
It's still relevant. That's all.
Okay.
Can I also use what do I got here?
I guess I'll take the con.
Yeah, xenoanthropology. I don't know if that really applies.
Yeah, I
here.
don't think it does. I was taking a look at that. I don't think it does either.
Cool. So yeah, then no. I got 2 successes, and I'll steal a momentum as well, if everyone's cool with that, just to make sure we.
Well, the
really...
computer's going to help you. You want to see the computer first? You want to see?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll roll for it.
We'll go ahead and roll. I'll look it up.
That is a 9 and a 16. God, that's terrible.
That would be. It's doing sensors plus science 2. A 9 and 16, 1 success. You can't bank any momentum. Scanning. So a couple things come up. First off, you have the power signature, which is a Federation power signature. Seems like it would come from a well, depending on what you look at Starfleet, comes from a Starfleet vessel, one specifically.
That's a whole other conversation.
It's military. Sorry.
Yeah, we've already. I agree, but we've already stopped to talk about the currency.
Yeah, let's not go into that. Let's start with military. Anyways, okay, so we're good.
It looks like it's coming from a Starfleet ship. Probably the generator had to be pretty big, so it's probably not like a Miranda or something like that. And then you also there's a hull that is hard to scan, but the frame of it appears to be a Jem'Hadar shuttle.
Okay, I relay all this information to the captain.
He asks any life forms there, which you didn't get in that scan at the moment, but you can either ask an additional question using the momentum, or you can re-roll and see if you get it for free.
I'll just let's re-roll. Why not? We're not in any rush.
Tiny little life forms.
No.
Where are you?
2 successes. So because my insight and science are both really high. So
the generator looks like it's emitting some kind of radiation that is preventing you from getting any real standard. There's something down there. There's living things, but you can't really tell exactly what they are. Could be life from the planet itself. Could be native, or it could be,
gotcha.
All Jem'Hadar.
I don't know shit, Captain. No, but I relay the same information.
Slaughter them all. I'm sorry, what were you saying? No.
Jesus.
I'm locking on target. Actually, by the way, speaking which,
low yield phaser fire.
Are we at yellow alert or red?
Fucking fires on them. Yellow alert.
Okay, just making sure because our shields should be freaking up right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I relay the information, Captain. I can say that there's life there, but I have no idea. Not as we know it.
Fantastic. And I assume you tell him about the radiation and whatnot?
Yeah.
He sits back a second. I'm open to suggestions, but I think that we should send down probably bridge staff, since that's going to make the most sense. Not like any specialized team or anything like that, but people who specifically help on the bridge.
Do we have Makos?
People who have specifically pissed me off in the past.
That's a good. Yeah, I agree, Captain. You should join us, sir.
Yeah. All three of us.
I would definitely recommend that we send myself down. Possibly someone may need
I am actually gonna,
attention.
I'm going to volunteer myself. As
well, yeah,
like the
that's why.
guy.
That's why I was saying that. He says Lieutenant Cito's last name, Lieutenant Vera's last name, and Lieutenant Moga.
Actually, Cito is my character's last name.
Oh, okay, that's right.
The whole
Bajoran.
You Bajorans are weird. No, Lieutenant Cito, Lieutenant.
I slug him as hard as I possibly can.
Sounds like you're being a little racist. Just saying.
Yeah. He doesn't like denobulans. He doesn't like Bajorans.
Saying. I wanted to kill him.
I feel like we're like Twitter now. Just
no, don't say that.
He says take a shuttle down and see what's going on.
Oh God, is it a Type 2?
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You have a Peregrine starfighter or shuttle pods.
We have a Peregrine on board?
Yeah, one.
The shuttle
We're not-
pods.
we-
Let's
we
take the
should-
shuttle pods.
Yeah, let's take the shuttle pod. We don't want to take the Peregrine down.
Okay. You know, the shuttle
Am
pods
I,
is from Enterprise.
am I coming on
right?
this as well, or am I staying on
Yeah.
the bridge?
No, he said you. He
I
took
mean,
you down.
yeah,
He
no.
said you down.
No,
Please
just
don't send me down here with him alone. I don't want to do that. Please, I'm begging you.
So is the captain coming with us as well? I didn't catch that.
No.
Captain, would you like to join us on this one?
No. The captain's job is up here. I want to stay.
Porthos.
with the adventures over there.
Mhm. He's going to
Do
leave
it.
us here.
Do it.
Actually, he totally could.
It's okay.
I'm just saying, he really, really could do that.
Just saying.
So, before we go down, this is important. I'll spend a momentum if I have to, because I think I have to. I want to go down with a long-range transmitter.
Okay. Yeah, you have to use a momentum for that.
Yep.
Are you telling him
Everyone
you're doing
agree?
that, or you're just?
I'm not telling the captain I'm doing that, but I'm telling her and him that I'm doing that.
Very well.
I guess I have a tricorder, correct? I'm assuming I have that.
I think that's standard equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's not something I'll request because that a tricorder would make sense. But yeah, long range transmitter.
So yes, I have. I'm actually going to jot that down just to make sure, because yeah, it's kind of important for no reason.
Dear Dominion, do you want traders?
Dear Dominion.
We know where you
do
can
I have
find
a
some
surprise
biomimetic
for you?
gel.
Sure.
Have you ever wanted to own a Federation stealth ship?
That's right.
Hail the founders.
Great
Yeah.
PR.
Health.
That's right.
Long live the founders in all their glory.
Yes.
All right.
So down
Alright.
we go.
Okay. Who's got the con?
Well, we've got the doctor, the science, or the con guy.
Oh, okay. I did.
Doctor it is.
Great, doctor. If you would take the con, please.
I
I'll
mean,
take
ever
the
since game 0, you guys have surprised me. So I don't know what the hell. I think you guys enjoy you want the challenge. That's why you.
I mean,
Hey,
there was,
I'm the
there
guy who
was some
plays
sort
games
of,
on hard mode, so you know.
I'll win this game right now. I'll burn us up in the atmosphere.
Let's do it. Let's
tell
do
me.
it. I'm ready.
Yeah. No,
all of a sudden, 3
It's-
characters on the ship just get your stats just immediately.
It's just weird how that works out.
yeah. One of them doesn't even know who they are anymore.
2 of them don't. Yeah, two of them are medical personnel that have no idea. Don't even
Where
know
are
what the-
we? What are we?
Never
that
heard
is,
of the
that is true.
Federation.
If one of our characters dies, it's just easy.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh, we're losing it again.
You still there? Yeah, that's one of the reasons I did it this way, Jesse. We're also you'll have the ability to play other characters if it doesn't make sense, and it's going to allow others to join. So, okay, so you guys are making your way down. Go ahead and give me your
guess I should do
standard
that.
con roll.
Control.
Control plus con.
Oh, that's 2 mega successes. No crits though.
Okay, so 2 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. As you make your way down, the radiation is getting heavier and heavier, obviously, because you're getting closer to it.
It's okay. We can inoculate for radiation, even though that makes absolutely no sense.
Right. So, because that's, yeah. You come towards the actual colony itself, and looking out, you can see it is just utter devastation. It looks like it had been bombed from from orbit, but from the different things you can see, it looked like there was some battle that happened on the roads as well, but there's just nothing there. It's utter ruins. On the far edge of the colony itself, you do see what looks to be a crashed Dominion shuttle. Or a shuttle. It's Dominion make, but of course, obviously, you don't have a lot. The power source that you're getting is happening from, well, I guess, go ahead and science officer.
As I say, can we get a scan here?
Yeah,
I
give
was about
me
to
a
say.
scan, and that will be whatever it is you're supposed to scan for when it comes to that. That will be
A crit
Insight-
failure.
insight plus science. A what?
I did get a critical failure and 1 success.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can just picture. I turn over. Do you see anything? And she's just playing solitaire right now.
Yeah, it's like what?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you
Right.
see-
Caliga.
Did you see anything? Warp. The
Right.
power goes down.
What? Oh God!
Gonna have to glide.
Sorry,
this
just
one
messing.
in.
I'm going to be initiating emergency maneuvers.
Wait a second. This isn't the science console. Oh my god!
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just sitting seeing Gilbert and Sullivan. You know, a British ties.
Oh no, no,
Is
no,
a
no.
soaring soul as free as a mountain,
mountain
bird.
bird.
I can go the whole thing if you guys
I
want me.
hate all of you.
I'm just saying.
I've actually sung that in front of an audience. Don't make me do it.
No, no.
Now I want to hear it.
Or actually, no. I'm going.
You guys are in the shuttle pod, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second.
Get in front of me. Is that under my breath?
I could do Jekyll and Hyde too, because I played Jekyll and Hyde.
Ooh. That must have been a fun role.
Oh, I loved it. It was so much fun. You just throw yourself into it for Hyde, and then you just be all meek and kind of reserved when it comes to Jekyll. And, you know, it was a lot of fun. Going back.
I remember being like traumatized by Nimoy and what was it, the Page Master doing Jekyll and Hyde?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to.
I'm not singing. No. Give
I'm-
him money for me to sing. Don't
Vera knows that you hate singing
Yeah.
and totally likes to get you drunk and sing.
Oh God, yeah. I could just picture that.
Yep.
Because I refuse to say. I'm super self-conscious about it, and then like ugh. I've done that too. The Phantom of the Opera is there.
I like that.
I love the fact that like apparently everyone in the galaxy is just really into like American pop culture.
Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't they be? It's the best pop culture.
It is.
Am I right?
It's great.
Have you not met Gilbert and Sullivan? I'm just saying. So yeah.
Y'all need
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
All right, give me a second, guys. I'm
Now
sorry.
I just
It's
have
taking so
what the Mass Effect's the Solarian
Yeah,
song.
you know it's
And the
good.
major
You
bottle
know
of
it's good that I'm having to look something up.
Yeah. When the GM is like, "Hang on, give me a minute. I got to reference 3 separate manuals." That's a problem.
So should
think
we
it's
go
gonna be
ahead with our
fine.
rendition of HMS Pinafore? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. Oh
right.
God, what is the song that Morden sings in Mass Effect 2?
Yeah, it's I am the very model of
That's a
Scientist
modern
Solarian.
Major General. Yeah.
yeah.
I think you mean number
Scientist.
1 in the turbo lift. I think that's what you're referring to. No, she sings that.
It is so hard to hear you when you're gagging on Kurtzman, man.
Just saying. Just a quick little CBS short trek plug there in case you
Oh,
guys haven't
God.
checked it out. That
Oh,
one
my God.
Q&A. Go ahead and
Ooh.
sign in to
Ooh.
CBS All Access. It's pretty cheap.
Ooh.
Not a big deal.
Gulp. Anyway, all right.
It's okay. Kurtzman's only this big, so it's not that hard. For
I
him.
talked to him. Oh, so it's just like.
Oh wow.
It's easy. Because Ronald D. Moore was more intimidating. Anyway, so what we're doing.
Come for the entertainment. Stick around for the jokes about Kurtzman's penis size.
And Ronald D. Moore's apparently. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
That was on you. I got
yeah.
nothing against Moore.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do, good gents. So the scan doesn't yield much, unfortunately.
Stop playing solitaire.
Alerts
What? Who?
come
What?
up. All of a sudden, the ship. You see an alert pop up on your screen, Lore, and it would appear that something's locking on. You're getting a lock on the
We're
ship.
at red, by the way. We've been at red. I want to make that very clear because, of course, we have been. We're going into. I'm not Chakotay, okay? We
Right.
came in with shields up and
A ship
phasers
has-
primed.
You have a ship has locked on to your or something. You can't tell specifically, but something's locked onto your
So
vessel.
we're doing evasives real quick.
Well, this isn't going to be very good.
So all right,
Oh,
so now
that's
we're in
bad.
ship contact. We're in ship combat.
Okay.
Ship. Just so you guys know, you're keeping that roll, whatever that is.
It's terrible.
The ship. That's fine. The ship combat. The way it works is it's kind of like combat in actual combat in like D&D or whatever. So you guys still have each turns. It's just you're in the ship itself and the ships get its turn. So it's going to go you guys first with Lore. After Lore goes, it's going to go to the enemy. Then it's going to go back and forth with everyone doing their options and stuff. As I've kind of stated before, it is... remember that there's a lot more that you can do and there's a lot of things you can walk through. You have momentums and values and things like that. So it's meant to be cinematic and you can have a lot of more fun. So you tried evasive maneuvers is what I'm hearing. And that
One
went
success.
really bad.
Barely.
Maybe not. It depends.
I actually thought I had 0 successes, but I noticed I have really good con, so I have 1 success.
I want Ketwalski, go ahead and roll for the shuttle pod for me.
Okay. What would you like me to roll?
You're gonna roll engines plus
Oof.
security. You don't have. I see what it is. Just roll for me. Not security. Con. Duh.
You said engineering plus security. Is that what you said?
No, I said engines plus con.
You didn't say con.
You're rolling for the ship.
I didn't hear con. All right.
You're
Well, I
rolling
got
for the
a 5 and a 3.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You did not get a critical failure, though, right?
No, I did not.
Lore as well?
Correct.
Okay.
I would say something if I got crit one way or the other.
So you begin banking out of the way. The vessel fires on you. Give me a quick second.
What color is the beam?
You're about to find out.
Because if it's green, I'm going to grab my phaser and shoot myself.
It's Polaron colored, if that helps you.
Oh, thank goodness.
What'd you think? You thought it was a Romulan?
Green is not what I associate with the Romulans.
I think it's
although
the
that's
board. All of a
valid.
sudden, you hear,
There's just a cube.
you hear over
Jesus.
we have more. That's one hell of a failure right there.
Oh my god!
A shuttle pod versus a cube. I think
How
we
did
got
you
good
miss that?
I don't think our GM likes us very much.
Yeah, no kidding.
I should have brought the gel. Okay.
That's the Tarask moment right there. All right, I'm sick of you. A Tarask shows up.
That's what you said. You try to hail him. It's like, would you like some gel? We can make a deal.
Deals are irrelevant. Okay, that's
All right,
what I thought. Thanks. So Polaron beam comes out, kind of pink looking. If it's STO is anything to go by. Also, one of the best weapon types in STO. Just saying.
Debatable.
Well, I mean, the actual best would be anti-proton, but
All right.
No.
Give me a second, because we're about to have some fun, good gents.
and for PvP it would be phaser.
Nobody PvPs in Star Trek Online.
I know. I don't even know why I know that.
Yeah.
Didn't they used to? I thought you could. You could do like
You can
battlegrounds
still
and-
PvP, you just don't. There's no reason to.
It's just you versus the 10 guys who do that exclusively.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
That's
The last group who still PvPs at STO, they're just sitting there praying for someone to show up.
I just want a pug to pop in and then just wreck them and be like,
Yes. Okay.
that's it.
Oh, there we go. I feel good.
I'll go back to those Borg red alerts. Thanks,
Yeah,
though. Appreciate
yeah.
it.
I'm going to use a threat to re-roll one, and then I'm going to use another threat to make a
jeez.
success.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come over here.
See, that's what David Corrigan in chat says the correct response. Star Trek Online is PvP.
I never played Star Trek Online. I feel like I need to get into
All right.
it.
Well, the game's over, so cancel it. We're all done.
Well, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's it. So
Did they cancel it?
no.
No, STO's still going.
Got it.
No,
They're-
they won't cancel that. Not
They're
till they-
currently becoming canon with Star Trek Picard, which I'm not sure what I
Yeah.
think of that yet. I'm going to ask you about that Sunday, Positive Lore.
They are. Okay. Well, let's not go off on a tangent. I'll
Wait,
keep
wait.
myself-
What? I mean, the comic, right?
Elements of STO,
Yeah, they had.
but I don't
Right.
even know if
want
you
to
want to
spoil
call it that.
So as you bank to the right, sorry.
okay, it's okay.
As you bank to the right, the Polaron colored beams come up. They you're able to miss most of it, but one of the shots does get through, and
Means it hits the nacelle.
it hits the vessel. I don't even think pods have nacelles.
Actually, I don't remember. Honestly,
No, I don't think pods have nacelles. So it the ship rears back, and I guess I need to roll this real quick. And give me a second.
Here, while you're doing that real quick, my battery's almost dead. I'm gonna charge my laptop.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah, just all of a sudden. So she's
Borg got her.
dead.
It was
The Borg got me. Yeah.
Oh god dang it!
Why not the biomimetic gel? God.
It was all about the. Yeah, no, they have nacelles. Pods do.
Really?
Yeah, they're freaking
From the-
tiny,
from
but
the
they're there.
Enterprise?
Tiny little ones
Okay.
shoved up in there.
Yeah.
So as you hit the computer itself, the sparks hit the pod, bustles back and right, and the computer bzzz out, and it looks like you're having trouble on the consoles keeping the computer up.
I quietly mention how stupid all of our technology is that it doesn't have a secondary backup for everything.
And I'm going to make it Walski's go since Jesse's working.
Oh, do sparks fly out of my console because they don't know what a fuse is?
Yeah.
No, you get white benign smoke blaring in the back.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
They fly around you.
Yeah. Okay, what am I rolling for here?
It's your go. What do you want to do?
So
Do you do the pufferfish thing and then just...
I'm definitely puffed. That's step one. There's only one thing that Denobian does in a conflict, and that's puff. I am... So how many... so they're both sitting. I would imagine that I was standing before...
Well, you're not anymore, obviously.
Well, I'm going to... Like, as we start to bank to the right, I will sit down in the available chair, and I'm going to try my absolute best here to shoot the ship. Can I do that?
Dr. Stay Puff, that's perfect.
Dr. Stay Puff, that's it.
I like it.
Does a pod even have... I'm looking. Let me see.
Oh,
Do we have phasers on this boat?
I mean, the only pods we have stats for is the Enterprise there, so I don't know if
Well, that's what I was going
has
for,
is
and
there.
that's what I was looking at.
So we don't have any weapons on this heap.
I mean, I think we have a grapple hook if we're going straight off Enterprise.
Why don't we play the tape back and pick... Yeah. Oh, you mean the...
The bear grind fighter?
Yeah,
That sounds like a lot better option. All right.
Yeah, why don't we play the tape back and see whose idea was to take the shuttle pod? Because
You
it wasn't
have
mine.
you have 4 power.
Okay.
I'm going to let you... Okay, so... Lore, I'm going to give you a freebie because we didn't talk about the power before you did it.
Oh,
So
fair.
that maneuver was free. Going forward, we're going. So you can use 1 power to fire on the derelict vessel because that's where it's coming from.
There we go.
I'm doing that.
How many we got? 4?
Yeah. Well, now you have
Here.
3. Roll
Well,
control
okay,
plus security.
so there's 3 right there. Boop.
But you can bring it back.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Okay.
That's off center.
Both are passes.
Both are passes. Okay.
Yeah, because I put a lot of points into control for some stupid ass reason.
Well, hold on. That wouldn't be that. We'll do this. Darn. All right. So you have a choice. You can either make the attack was successful. You're not really hitting with a lot of punch, so you can choose to either make them more powerful, or you can give them a more devastating impact. So with this, it's kind of either or. A more devastating impact may affect the systems worse, what you're attacking, or a more devastating impact may destroy it faster, or may have the same effect.
Let's do a devastating impact.
Okay. So you fire back at it. The ship itself takes a direct hit, and I will be dealing with that on the backside. Their turn. It's their turn to go. Sensors detect that the vessel is attempting to power up and is somewhat successful. It did crash land, so it's having some issues. But some of the systems are powering up in and of itself. And that's all you know right now. And it is Jesse's go.
Can I use that ability scan for weaknesses?
You can, in fact.
Yeah.
Use that ability. So
I will
go ahead and
do that.
Oh,
Reroll.
your anything using the computers at this point, because the computers have been damaged on the pod.
Mhm.
Anything using the computers has a +1 difficulty to it.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna roll and do probably 1 success, 1 failure. I need to see what my ability is. It's a science plus reason. So yeah, so 1 success, 1 failure. But I can use, since we're nearing the end of this anyways, might as well. I can use that reroll a science 1.
Okay, it's not a critical failure, is it?
No.
Okay.
But if it's a difficulty +1, I would need to use a momentum anyways to get it to the right
Sure.
difficulty level. Yeah.
So go ahead.
So let me reroll the 17.
So you're using your value.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another success. Plus, if everyone's cool with it, I'll use momentum.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Which will give us 3.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Cool. So then I'll use. I have 3 successes.
Okay. As you're scanning it for weaknesses, you identify that the entire ship they're trying to bring. Okay, so no, I'm not going to give you that. You identify the weakest point on the ship, which is actually its engines, which are just right there. Because the way it's crash landed, the engine is just completely open for hit.
Gotcha. It also says right here, gains the piercing 2 quality. The next attack is against piercing 2.
Fantastic.
According to this.
Yeah, I was looking at that. All right. So as they go, you see that the shields have been. They brought up the shields on the enemy vessel, but from what you can tell, it's still weakened. So it's not like the full shields or anything. They're just trying to get up as much as can. So we're going to go back to Lore. What are you doing?
All right, so
this is round 2. You guys get a power back.
Oh. So first thing I do is I charge up for ramming speed.
Okay.
I love it.
I actually was seriously thinking about that, but let's save that as a backup option. No, what I want to do is line up a shot. I want to aim nice and straight and steady at the engines, which would probably make us more vulnerable, but should give us a bonus to hit the engines. That's what I want to do.
Okay. So that counts as a minor action, even in the ship itself. So you actually aim up. You're right, that does have some other things that are attracted to it. But you can do that and also do an attack if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay. So you use a power thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's going to lower the difficulty.
Is that security or is it still con?
No, you're attacking. So it would be control plus security.
Okay, so it is security. So that is 3 successes, one of which is a crit.
Okay, so it's 4 successes technically. Damn.
No, 2 dice. 1 is a success. 1 is a crit. So that's 3 successes.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. You nailed it.
As much as I'd love to cheat,
Yeah, let's just blow them out of the sky.
we get
What are
7
we doing
successes on this one.
Yeah.
So can we just
here? Anyone that survives on the surface,
beam him up and let him deal with
You
them?
just straight up murdered everybody.
that's it.
Just nuclear holocaust it.
So you got 2 hits, but you also rolled the ability to make them add complications, make it piercing, or just do extra damage.
Thought piercing was already added.
It is. So you wouldn't want to do that, would you?
Well, I mean, no. As a stupid question,
It
is there
doesn't stack.
additional? Okay,
No,
thank
it
you.
won't stack.
I mean, because piercing DR is a thing in some settings. Okay, so yeah, no, let's just do more damage. Let's just break those engines in half.
Okay. As you hit it, the ship wasn't prepared for a battle at all anyway, so the phaser fire goes straight, hits the shields, completely obliterates them, and nails the engines. And there's an explosion that...
How large?
Pretty big. When it nails it, the explosion... At first, the ship just rocks a little bit, and then all of a sudden... It just explodes, taking out it had crash landed into a building, and it was being held up, and so the rest of that building just crumbles down with it.
Now, in the interest of fairness, we were beelining straight towards this thing, so this should be an issue now to deal with. It's the explosion.
It's in my mind when I was looking at it, you guys still were at pretty good range, but
Okay.
I was already going to make you do to level out and everything, but it's not going to be as bad, but you're still dealing with the computers that are fried.
Unfortunately,
I was going to
crit
say,
again.
if this was the Kelvin universe, we would have warped in like right there.
Oh, God,
No, the
yes,
ship
we
would be under the water, and then
and then we just
up from underneath it. That's
Exactly. Yeah. No logic.
like a submarine. Don't be stupid. So,
that is 3 successes again in order to level us out.
wow, this guy's on fire.
So my dice luck is awful. So low rolls are great for me. I'm loving this. Because in usual D&D, I just rolled a 1.
Sure. So it
That
does.
is true.
It does level out from what you can see. It doesn't look like there's a lot
our
of
rolls.
the ship at the moment. It looks like you did quite the number on it. So
Any survivors, Vera?
I scanned for survivors.
okay, roll it.
One critical success and a success. So, and what am I technically? What am I? I mean, I guess. I mean, if we want to bank more momentum,
Are we at full on momentum?
Yeah,
right
how
now?
do you
'Cause I
know
got-
what success it is without knowing what you're rolling? To be fair,
to be fair, yeah, that is true. But I got a
One of
one.
them's a
I got a.
one.
I
and
got
the
a
other's
one
a
and a
3.
three.
That's
Success.
probably a success.
Don't be an idiot. Yeah.
I'm assuming none of my skills.
I mean,
are
if it was
that
a
crap.
15, it'd be like, well, okay, hang on, but
You're asking me to do con, maybe.
oh, I'm sorry. Ketwalski asked me not to be an idiot. All right, so
That's
I'm
right.
not going to be an idiot going in
Generation
very first. All right.
Trail knowledge.
you have a switch, right? You can just hit in the back of your mind.
Yeah, just quit it. Yeah, just try it.
There we go. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, don't be.
Can't
I'll
be on
let-
Discovery anymore.
I'll
But
let Ketwalski choose. Ketwalski, can you choose a number between 1 and 6 for me?
4.
All right, give me a second. From what you can scan, you were still having issues beforehand. So scanning with your engines go out, by the way. Thanks, Ketwalski.
of course they do.
Oh, that's great.
3 to 6 is engines.
Oh no.
I regret nothing.
Yeah,
No,
it's a good thing we didn't bring the gel.
I was about to say, can we get the emergency transporters ready to go? Because we might need them in about a half a second.
So
Yeah.
anyway, it was hard to scan anyway. So while it was a pretty good roll, from what you can see, it's hard to tell, but you saw all the life forms when you were on the SS Bad Faith. Looking in that specific area, it doesn't appear to be any. You don't appear to see anything. There's nothing moving, no life at this point. But
Think we killed him, most likely.
Good, because we just lost the engines.
That's a you problem, not a me
Oh,
problem.
forgive me.
Yes, perhaps the con officer would like to finally do his job.
I grabbed
I'm
my
over here
phaser that I
scanning
canonically
stuff.
still have on me.
I'm over here scanning stuff. I'm doing my part, okay?
I'm hypospraying left and right back
No,
here.
wait.
That's it.
he tries to hypo spray the ship. He thinks that'll help.
Does it work? I mean, we've got those gel pack things. No,
the
okay.
engines, the engines don't go.
Okay, the engines don't actually go out.
No, they don't.
I was actually about to ask, can we get an emergency transport thing? Because
No, I was just being a jerk because Ketwalski was mean to me.
see, he's honest about it though. That's admirable. And in
No,
the interest of
but
honesty, your
shuttle
overlay
crashes.
has all the wrong names for us.
Yeah, I
just as a
know.
heads
We've been
up.
talking about that. I can't fix it right now. That's been annoying
Just
me.
a heads up.
I don't even know how that worked because I had it specific, and then
It's
all of a
because this changes based on who joins at what order, and if anybody blips out for a second, it changes the order of the
sudden- oh,
windows.
that's fantastic. I'm glad.
Yep.
I'm
Cool,
glad it
cool,
does that.
cool.
Dealt with that before.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
I don't know, honestly. Like, I mean, there's nothing here. You
Well-
can't scan anything. The bad guys are dead. What's left?
There's,
Well, isn't that the Federation signal?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
where is it?
underground. It's underground.
It's under- it's
I
underground.
discussed that beforehand. It was right.
You're
before.
right. You're right.
So
I
the
The
forgot,
reason
I
you got
forgot.
attacked was that complication.
Okay, so yeah.
Do we
so,
want to scan for to see if there's like an entrance to a tunnel
Yeah,
or
yeah,
wherever
let's-
wherever the best place to land? would
Let's
be.
not just drill down. We can do that if we have to, because we have brains, unlike TNG. But we can do that.
Fire on the source. That'll solve everybody's problems.
Look. I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's an option.
Listen, Pike did it. Okay,
That's true.
even though it worked.
So roll the scan for me.
Did we lose Jesse?
We may have lost
Just-
Jesse.
Oh, we got.
One second.
She's back. She's back.
No,
Yes.
am I back?
Okay.
Yeah, roll.
back? Yeah,
You're back.
cool.
Welcome back. Roll. Let's do insight plus science.
Well, one success and one critical failure.
Ooh.
Seriously?
Yeah,
gotta
that's funny.
stop.
Let's see if we
doing
can
that.
scan anything. I
And
don't.
sorry, my solitaire game was really, really
It
important.
was, she doesn't even respond, and there's like a solid minute pass, and we just look back like
All right.
Is the science
Vera?
officer going to finally do that?
Vera, and she's just
all right. All right. So we're at 10
What-
o'clock anyway. So here's what's going to happen. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of GM
Fiat,
Fiat. Yeah, there we go.
and the Borg cube shows up.
And yeah, all of a sudden you just look over and Jesse's character is a Borg drone.
Oh God!
Oh Jesus!
We got a Leland situation here.
One pops out of the cheek, just like in First Contact. just
Yeah, I
out
was
of
say it's
nowhere.
a Picard like PTSD dream.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh God. So anyway, all of a sudden, as you're trying to scan, you notice something odd, and then the computer goes wild again. But before you can respond to that, you hear a shing, and you start seeing the blue sparkles that you're used to seeing when a Federation transport occurs. And it takes it takes a moment or two, and you find yourself in the middle, or you find yourself actually behind a Federation field, in a 5x5. Well, no, it's a room kind of like the DS9 cell, but it's that big, but it's gray, or not gray. It's the light gray that you see for Federation cells, usually on ships and such. The field is on, and in front of you is a figure who is dressed in all black with no insignia or anything. His hands behind him, and he says, "Well, shall I be the first one to welcome you to the new Bajor colony?" And then you hear dun dun dun.
Oh, God dang it!
No, I'm going to say it out loud.
No, you can't. It's too late. That's it.
Dang it.
That's what you say. You say the dun dun.
He says it out loud. Dun dun dun.
No, whatever. Not the actual dun dun, but you know that cheesy TNG that they always use on the to be continued. Now.
Oh yeah, from season 4 onwards.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, that's the good one. That's the good one. We don't use that one. Yeah.
That's the Romulan Part 2 theme right there. That's good.
It was the Borg one too, wasn't it? But,
It was.
Yeah, it was
That
best,
top
yeah.
tier.
But no, it's the generic one that they've always done, and that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Interesting. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
So.
I actually kind of did, if I'm being completely honest.
Okay, get out of here.
No,
All
I'm
right.
serious, because this whole thing was a complete setup, and it was only one of 3 groups that was doing it. And Section 31 was one of those 3 groups, so I had a 1/3 chance of being correct here.
Who says it was Section 31? Maybe
I
they
did,
know.
just now.
Maybe just now. That's who it's going to be.
Do they
Regardless
have-
of whoever they say they are. In the
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Section 31 is
Section-
only allowed to wear
No,
black.
it's Section
I'm wearing
31.
black. What are you trying?
Yes.
What are you trying to say?
Listen, I know who you work for.
Who does number 2 work for?
So,
All right.
so now it's
They got like the black badges just to let everyone know. It's like I'm clearly working for a clandestine organization.
Yeah.
whether it was Section 31 or not,
Stop
it now
it.
won't be, because I said I was too obvious. Since Laura said I was too obvious, it now won't, regardless of whatever it was.
Damn it, no. Never tell your GM anything. They'll just immediately change it. Like, oh no, so it's actually, instead of it being a human in a black outfit, I just decided to change it. It's a
species
guy
8.
in a tan outfit, and he's got an identical twin right next to him, and a weird fat guy behind him. I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
him.
it's actually species 8472, and it's Boothby. The
Oh
human
God, it's freaking
Oh,
Boothby.
yeah,
It's like-
okay.
And we
It's
don't
like-
recognize him too, because we've been
Yeah.
through the.
It's
So,
like-
hey, Boothby. Oh,
It's like David said,
crap.
it's Section 31B. It's not Section 31.
31B. It's actually just the bureaucracy division. That's all they
The ones
deal
that
with.
actually file.
You didn't fill out Form
Yeah, it's the paperwork
387.
version of them, yeah.
It's like Sloane's brain, where they're just like going through all the papers.
Yeah. It's like, oh God, there's got to be one of
I
them in here
happen to
somewhere.
notice you have some biomimetic gel. Do you have the documentation? That would
Yes,
go?
yes, I do.
God.
If you let me just
The
grab
true
my
evil of the
phaser.
Federation.
Oh God, they beamed us. though.
Suddenly now the doctor's needed. Suddenly now he's needed. Yeah, suddenly now I have a role. Hypo spraying everyone left and right.
You should take like a kung fu like that. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So thanks for everyone who's watching. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. We're doing it every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Same, bat time, same bad hour. We should actually be here for the 9th. I don't think we have anything special going on. Closer we get to Christmas, the more unlikely. I should be okay, but I don't know for anyone else. We'll let you guys know. But we'll definitely be here for the 9th. As has been said, not Ketwalski. In fact, Lore Runner and I will be doing something on his channel at twitch.tv/The Lore Runner. Looking a lot forward to that. He's also going to be coming on the channel here, and we'll have some fun here as well. Additionally, check out Ketwalski and I. We have a Friday podcast every other Friday that we haven't been doing, but one day we will. That's the 13th.
That's right. One day we will.
That's the 13th. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure as much as I'm doing it, Jesse and I will figure out something to do too. It'll probably
I'll say
involve...
you just hate me, so
I was going to say,
Probably.
we're not doing it with her because,
yeah,
it'll involve-
fuck me,
She's
it's
going to be
fine.
featured on Twitch TV /Lore Runner, not the other one.
You're the one. You're the one.
Be assured it will involve promiscuous trills. That's all we can tell you.
Oh
well.
God,
That's
no.
all. That's all.
And,
I'm
and
about.
it starts up. You're in like a really nice one of those armchairs, and you've got the fireplace, and you got a thing of wine. Today we'll be talking about the sexuality of Trill,
But-
the Federation.
One thing we
I
can.
mean,
One thing
half
we
of my
can
channel
guarantee-
is just sexuality related, so it wouldn't be too far off.
Why'd you think I chose you to be a part of this? So one of the
I knew
It
it.
was coming for you, Jesse. You're in trouble.
well, though one of the things you can be assured of is in this universe, Section 31 now has never existed. So
Damn it! I knew
Way
it.
to go.
Frick,
Way-
I'm sorry.
thanks so much.
Kurtzman!
Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, maybe you can get him to get Ketwalski to take care of that with Kurtzman.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry, guys.
Thanks
Yeah,
so
to
much
make
for
sure, thank
watching.
you.
Jesse is Farpoint Station's spirit animal.
Aw.
Thanks so much for watching.
you
Don't
very
forget
much.
to
Aw.
rate, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next Lore Reloaded.